You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93
Well, it's absolutely unbelievable, as a good friend of mine would say. It's unbelievable, but it's true. It's time for the latest edition, the Thursday edition of the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning us in. How you doing there, Josh?
All good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Do you also find this situation to be unbelievable?
I do find it to be unbelievable.
I'm sorry. I've got a friend who pronounces it that way, and I can't get over it.
I hate it when things are underwhelming, so I'm glad it's unbelievable.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, with the Thursday issue of the show. You've made it clear many, many times over the years, Josh, you've made it clear that you'd always rather be, as Motley Crue said all those years ago before the heroin and the money and the hatred for each other completely consumed them, Josh, you'd always prefer to be home sweet home.
Yeah, it's my favorite place to be.
You're an avid indoorsman.
I figured, I started watching that Ozzy Osbourne documentary on Paramount Plus. It's good, very sad, good at the same time.
Ozzy Osbourne documentary. Yeah, when you love to be home, and when you are at home, you also like to pair that up with some television programming.
Yes, I'm a fan.
So you've watched the part of the Ozzy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Correct. So I started watching that, and Ozzy at one point said, "It's the same thing I say to my wife all the time, like, this is our biggest expense. Why wouldn't we just spend time here?"
Oh, that's a slogan that...
And Ozzy said something very similar, and I thought, the Prince of Darkness said it. I had to look to my wife and say, hey, if Ozzy said it, we got to go with it.
That's a slogan that the one and only Ozzy Osbourne would use on his old lady, huh?
It's very hot on the internet to say, what are you doing this weekend? And people will say, enjoying my rent or enjoying my mortgage payment.
Sure.
So that's you, Josh.
I'm not going to let the mortgage company win. No way. I'm going to enjoy it way more than they'll ever allow me to.
I understand. I see what they mean. So, with all that said, there you are, Josh. You're at home, and you're doing what you love to do most at home. You're enjoying some television programming. Let's say you take a break from the Ozzy Osbourne documentary. Would this hold your attention? Watching a live stream of a tavern, a bar, a roadhouse. So you click on your mouse, or however a live stream works, I don't know, and suddenly you're watching the goings-on at your local neighborhood bar.
Yes, absolutely, and I've done it before.
You have?
Yeah, I've done that for bands. Sometimes they'll stream a band, and I know it's kind of a thing. Worldwide, they have this going on, where you can, and so you have to pay for it certain times, but otherwise they'll have, hey, this is just what's going on at our bar. Yeah, it's kind of fun. You can live vicariously through people, sometimes overhear conversations. During the pandemic, I would stream church services on Sunday. They'd have those going for a bit.
When I first read about this, this is the new trend for bars, according to what I'm reading. The new trend is you live stream whatever the hell is happening at your bar and let some bitches watch from home. When I first read about it, I thought, well, that sounds very 2020. That sounds very COVID-y to me.
Although it would be awful empty in that bar in 2020.
Oh, right. What the hell am I thinking? Yeah, okay.
Just some mice running around.
I suppose there was nothing to watch. Yeah, good point. A bar in Fort Lauderdale, a bar called the Elbow Room in a place called Fort Lauderdale. They're live streaming.
Fort Lauderdale, where is that? Like, what part of the country is Fort Lauderdale?
Oh, well, this isn't a stupid news report, so I can say it.
Yeah,
Florida.
You can say it. Yeah. Okay, good.
They live stream whatever the hell's going on at their joint 24/7. 24/7? What the hell's anyone looking at between 2 and 7 a.m.? Anyway.
The cleaning crew?
Yeah. They live stream what's going on at their bar all day long. They got multiple cameras set up. They've got a beach cam. They've got a patio cam. They got a ladies' room cam. They've got a band cam. So you can see whatever terrible cover band might have signed up.
I've got a sun cam. Would you guys like working at a place that's 24/7 streaming? You imagine, like, you're not going to be able to...
I'm not listening right now. I'm not listening to your question because you dumped such a terrible friggin' joke on us.
That was a decent joke.
I loved it.
It was okay. I mean, I wasn't brilliant.
You did not pronounce his name correctly either. Cam! Right. Now they've got a bar cam. What were you saying? What was the question?
Would you... I don't know if I'd like that 24/7 camera. I mean, certainly those people, like you mentioned the cleaning crew, Ashley, this is what made me think about it. Or somebody did, I'm sorry. They're not going to be able to cut any corners, are they?
You mean if you were a customer, you would not like that?
No, if I was an employee.
An employee. That's a good point. Every once in a while, I'd like to skim a little cash out of the register.
You can't do that.
Every once in a while, maybe I want to duck behind the kegs and smoke a joint. Every once in a while, I want to pick my nose.
We had an issue for a little bit where one of the dogs, just for whatever reason, he decided, I'm just going to poop in the basement whenever I want. Didn't matter how long you took him out, how many times. So I put a camera down there. I needed to know which one. I had a suspect, but again, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, you're watching like kind of... Did it ever dawn on you that you were watching what might be considered like sick doggy fetish porn?
I'll tell you what, I just waited until I saw the dog get into the position, and then I wouldn't watch any further. That's the truth. I don't need to see what's going on.
Set up a camera to investigate which dog was deucing in the basement.
Yeah, so we could correct the behavior.
Smart move on your part.
At any point, did you suspect your son?
No, but it was my wife. And so that's what was crazy is I never suspected it.
Oh, my God.
It was weird. She's just down there. She put on a dog outfit even. And I thought it was one of the dogs for so long.
I told Josh a couple days ago, and you were very understanding. Do you recall this, Josh? We were working after the show was over, something that Dana and Ashley aren't familiar with. But Josh and I were working after the show, and I had to go to the men's room. And I came back and I said to Josh, I said, Jesus, I'm so embarrassed. And he said, what happened? I said, well, I went into the men's room. I took down my pants and my underwears, and I made a deuce. But I said, for Christ's sake, I forgot to get on the toilet first.
I got to admit something. I lied. I tried to make him feel better by saying, oh, that happens all the time.
But it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. No.
Anyway, this bar in Fort Lauderdale, 24/7, they offer up this live stream. Yeah, good point about if you're an employee. For Christ's sake, you're not going to be able to get away with anything.
Well, I brought up the camera because it inadvertently would catch my son and his friend, because our basement basically, doesn't matter how many times we've repaired it, it gets destroyed from him and his friends running around down there like
Why
morons.
are they so disrespectful?
They're just morons more than anything.
And
Clumsy.
this is, you mentioned a son earlier. This is Cam.
No, different son.
Oh, a different son. My godson?
Yeah, I forget the kid's name. He's the one that still lives at home.
So did the little 6th, 7th, 8th grade kids know they were being watched by a secret?
Oh, yeah, they know. They know. But it's completely obvious it's sitting there. And he knew why it was down there. But so I would be able to catch him going, hey, did you notice that the dog took a dump downstairs? Like, no, I didn't notice whatsoever. So he would just be lazy and not pick it up. And I'm like, well, I got that camera down there. Or when he was supposed to do certain things, I could catch him. So he is my employee cutting corners, and I've been able to catch him on that thing. I was going to get rid of it now that the dog doesn't do it anymore, but I'm leaving it down there just so I can catch him not doing what he's supposed to.
Typical.
And he's too dumb to figure it out.
Oh, I didn't notice that giant steaming,
horrible, as he's stepping over it.
The horrible smell. No, I didn't notice anything. Yeah,
Putting a traffic cone on it so no one steps on it, and then removing it.
Kids love that bit.
To
ignore.
Definitely.
And he's such a bad liar, it was easy.
So, you know who else probably isn't crazy about a 24/7 live stream of this neighborhood bar, and that'd be some of the drinkers.
Yeah, I would not.
Or the
like
cheaters.
That.
Yeah.
So don't take your side piece to this friggin' bar. everybody's watching at home. Yeah, I mean, what were you saying, Ashley?
I wouldn't like that, especially like when I was going to the bar. Way too much, like 7 days a week kind of vibe. I would not like if someone was sitting at home like, here she comes again.
Right.
Oh, she's my favorite character on the show.
Does she have nowhere else to go?
Someone's calling Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever and turning you in.
Yep.
Jiu-Jitsu Jesus said that he has been to the Elbow Room
The Elbow Room.
in Fort Lauderdale.
It's called Florida.
Florida, okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I can do it. It's starting to bother me a little bit, but I can say it.
He's been there, and he said it's nothing but boobs and booties.
Oh, so it might have kind of a dirty vibe.
Yeah, maybe that's why they threw those in there.
Oh, well, that makes sense. If this is not your average roadhouse and it's got a TNA vibe, well, that would make perfect sense.
I was looking up whether or not some bars do it here, and there are some. And again, it's for bands, like I mentioned, and also there was some billiard tournaments
Oh,
have
yeah.
been streamed. I think in
Absolutely.
Coon Rapids, Ashley.
Yep, my husband watches those all the time. That is like what his favorite thing to do with his free time. And it'll be like complete strangers. Usually it's
Wait a minute now. I have an interest in this. So he watches just average schmoes play pocket billiards?
yeah,
With local bars too, or is it just kind of wherever?
he always watches CRs. They have a live stream.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if I'd be able to say it or not, but that's the exact one I was talking about.
There's a bar
Yep.
called CRs?
It's a pool hall, but pool hall, bar, restaurant
Well, that
situation.
sounds fun. I mean, really, honestly, because I'm also a fan of pocket billiards. So he just watches regular dicks playing pool.
Yeah, there's one specific table that always has a live stream going, so he'll pull it up, and I'm like, oh, who are you watching? Because sometimes we have buddies that play in tournaments over there, and they live stream
Cool.
those, and I'm like, oh, who's that? I don't know, this dude and this dude. Oh.
Well, that sounds fun. Now that we're having this conversation, I think the old Alleries in St. Paul used to stream a little bit of their daily activities because it was TNA.
Yeah, things had to change. Right. I know what you're talking
I
about.
was very popular at that bar for a while.
The
Very popular.
now, doesn't the Bunny Ranch, the famous brothel in Vegas or Nevada, don't they have they stream the lobby?
I don't know.
I know they had the TV show, and I don't think I'm confusing the two. I thought they had a live stream as well.
You may be right. So, I mean, this isn't anything wildly new, I guess, but the trend is gaining steam to live stream your bar all day, every day.
How many years now, Nick, have they talked about putting cameras in here? 20?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Back when our first boss was our boss the first time, they talked about throwing a live stream in the
You
studios.
mean not security cameras?
Yeah,
You-
just during the show,
So
which would be
folks-
incredibly boring. I don't know if people would want to watch that.
People love that kind of stuff.
They do?
yeah,
they really do.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't watch us.
I think.
Neither would I.
I know what you're talking about now. So there'd be cameras pointed at our faces all day long.
Yeah, there'd be like a couple of static cameras.
Oh, I
do the
think it
whole
would. I mean, of course, nothing ever gets done around here. Things sit on the back burner for decades. Oh, and I mean decades. I think it would be kind of fun and interesting to see our facial expressions and things like that. I think if we have any money, we should. And we don't have any money, so it's not even worth bringing up.
We can't even get the mics to work. You know,
No.
it would be, we'd have to throw the date on the screen like in a lower third. Otherwise, people were like, oh, this must be an episode from a couple days ago. I see Josh is wearing that same sweatshirt. There's no way that he wore that 5 days in a row.
Yeah, you wouldn't like that bit if we had cameras.
I don't like being on camera.
You don't like
I mean,
your-
I wouldn't turn it if that's what they wanted to do. If people had interest, that's cool. But yeah, at the same time, it's being on camera is not my favorite.
So,
Would you guys change your appearance at all? Meaning, would you dress a little better or
No.
not wear the same thing every day?
No, not at all.
I've worked at a station that had cameras on us all the time, and I still wear the same clothes every single day.
I probably wouldn't wear sweatpants.
Well, nobody can see your legs.
Well, we'd have an Ashley leg cam
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
brought to you by Hanes.
By popular request.
Everyone else could watch you pump.
Oh
Yeah, that's true.
You could maybe you could get some sort of endorsement with I don't know what's a breast pump company.
Mom Cozy.
Yeah, Mom Cozy. Ram Tucky, she just did something similar to what I mentioned, where they had a cat peeing in the tub. They didn't know which cat, so they put a camera in there to see which one. There's 3 of them. Turns out it wasn't a good look when they forgot that there's a camera pointing at the shower when they have people over.
Feel free. Jump on in.
Oh, yeah. Some customers, I would imagine at the Elbow Room in Fort Lauderdale, some customers probably aren't wild about the idea of cameras pointed at them every time they walk into the joint. I mean, my favorite neighborhood bar, I don't know how many years ago this was now, at the Wayzata American Legion. They put in windows. For many years, there was not a single window in the bar. You couldn't tell if it was July, December, nothing. There was no windows. And when they decided to finally put some windows in, some of the older drinkers, now these guys are dead by now, but some of the older drinkers in there, they were pissed off because they didn't want anyone to be able to look in and see them in there. Their boss, their wife, especially.
I think it would be depressing in there without windows.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. And everybody smoked. You could barely breathe. It was awesome. It was the most perfect joint on earth. But, yeah, the older guys were like, I don't want my wife to be able to look in here. You know, they were pissed. They got over it, and then they died.
I like how Shotgun Messiah Jesus phrased this. Imagine how many people are going to get cold played with that live bar look in. Yeah, absolutely.
What does that mean?
You know the infamous Coldplay video, the kiss cam?
Oh, the guy hanging on the side piece. Yeah.
I think it'd be fun if you knew your buddies were there to watch them and see them just get shot down left and right by chicks everywhere.
Yeah, and you can this is a free service to live stream this bar, but if you want sound, you got to pay $3 a year or something. And I wonder the quality of the sound. I would love to be able just to eavesdrop on every conversation. And like Dana said, your buddy's in there hitting on a gal. I want to hear the lies that he tells her.
Yeah.
I would doubt that the audio is terrible.
It could be very good.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I have an old doorbell camera, and the audio on that, I can pick up neighbors across the street talking. It's crazy how good that microphone is.
So there you go. I mean, we all should probably keep in mind, everywhere we go, everywhere, keep in mind you're probably being watched.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell my kids that all the time.
Right. And that's good to know. Even at my age, every once in a while, I dial back my behavior and think, okay, wait, what if there's a video camera?
I sometimes think about that with, like, my smart speaker because it'll record questions you ask, right? So you say, hey, smart lady, and whatever question you have, it can record those. You can go back and listen to them. So I used to, just to double check nothing inappropriate was going on, and sometimes, the questions would be pretty funny. A lot of, make a fart noise, over and over and over again. But I think about that too, like, there's been people who have been caught in crimes discussing things in their smart speaker or smart television.
Smart speaker and smart television.
Oh, people are saying there's sporting events, like youth sports you can stream. I know they videotape everyone now, it seems.
Boy, I wish
I watched, I brought this up. I watched an Egan football game, a live stream. And those announcers, I don't know if they listen to the show or anybody that knows them, do an awesome job. I mean, it's really, really good.
Oh, yeah?
I just pictured...
they're calling a random house league 8th grade football?
No, this was the Egan High School football team.
Oh.
I mean, they had graphics on the screen. Both guys were really engaging. I mean, I expected it just to be a static camera somewhere pointed at the field, and we were watching just to see what time we had to leave to go pick up the kid. And it was awesome.
Like Clay Matvick's old interns
yeah,
and whatnot.
I mean, honestly, these guys were really good. I could see watching that every week.
That's awesome. All right, there you go. And, off air before we crack the mics, because of this article about a bar that live streams everything, Ashley and I had just begun a conversation about drinking, and then we had to go live. So now we can bring it to the air and bring it to our listeners. I was going to ask Ashley a question because amongst the four of us, you and I were quite easily the ones who came closest to treatment.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to ask Ashley this question as a fellow, somewhat recovered, hard, irresponsible drinker. Did you ever get so drunk that your appearance shocked someone?
I don't know if it's shocked somebody else, but it has definitely shocked me.
You've looked in the mirror and said, "Oh my damn."
Oh, yeah, like, open your eyes.
Yeah. You see photos the next day pop up on social media. You're like, oh, God dang it.
I thought of, this is why I wanted to ask you the question. One night, one day, went out, whatever, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you get into the drinking, and you keep going and going and going. On this particular night, I started about 10 o'clock in the morning. I think I got home around 1 a.m. And my girlfriend at the time, when I entered the bedroom, she said, "Oh, my God," at the sight of me, because I was just so disgusting looking, and my face was like falling off of my skull. So I wanted to ask you, did you ever shock a loved one with your appearance? Okay. Sorry, I ran a little late here. Let's go ahead and bust out that $5K a day keyword. It's all part of your shot at winning $1,000. That was my knuckles.
Yeah, you got every single one of them there.
That was higher pitched. I wonder if the microphone changed that.
It's your shot at winning $1,000. The number is 95819. You text the number 95819 followed by the keyword, which is prize, Prize. 95819.
Running out of ideas.
Prize. Are we running out of words?
I guess we're running out of words. You can win a prize.
We'll text you back. I guess that's where they're going with that, isn't it? We'll text you back to confirm. You should know that data and messaging rates may apply. Don't be a total loser with the texting and the driving. Good luck, jabronis. It's a $5K a day. Oh, man. There you go, Cubby.
I'm trying to remember the last time I've been drunk. I was real close when we went on a family trip to Boston earlier this year.
Close to drunk.
Yeah, I was as close as you can get. I wasn't drunk.
The next day, do you suffer from something close to an overhang?
Yeah, just almost. Yeah, that's how I knew I wasn't drunk. Well, that's not the only indication, but I was confident I wasn't drunk because it didn't mess me up the next day.
I can't remember either, Josh.
Well, obviously, it was before you were pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys tried.
Yes.
When you were trying, did you stop drinking?
I slowed down a lot. I definitely wasn't getting drunk.
So you waited until you knew. That's when you decided, okay, I'm quitting it.
Yep. And I found out really early, like 4 weeks and a day.
It's kind of funny. I got a text message from a listener who said, "Man, you guys are hilarious. How Jurassic this program can be at times."
Oh, no. What did we do?
5-10 minutes ago, we were discussing the possibility of cameras in studio. The guy's like, "Everybody friggin' does it. What's the matter with you guys?"
Oh, no, I know. People were saying, like, KDWB does it. I just more meant, like, they've been talking about it here for so long.
Yeah, it'll never happen. They're just busting our balls.
We're
Josh.
poor.
No,
Leave us
yeah.
alone.
Yeah, we're broke. They're just busting.
That's all it really is. And I know, like, now with technology, we could probably spend like $300 and get a decent enough situation. I have a lot of the equipment that would work for the camera switching and everything. But yeah, you're right. We don't even have that.
Who does it?
Oh, like KDWB does it.
Nobody cares about KDWB.
That's not true.
Back to bars real quick, then I suppose we got to take a break. The bar life, that's the best. I still love just the vibe of walking on into your favorite neighborhood bar. You know what ruins it usually? When one of my buddies says something.
They just open their mouth.
All they got to do is just open their friggin' stupid mouth. Then I want to go right back home. I don't know why they got to ruin it every time. Just don't say anything.
You were telling, I hope you don't mind me bringing this up. I don't think you will. But you were telling me there's a particular guy at the bar who you can't tell a story because he has to get a joke in every 4 words you say. You did a good impersonation because I know exactly what you're talking about. I think everybody probably has that guy in their friend group, or girl, I guess. I've never met a girl that's like that, but certainly guys.
You cannot, as Eddie Murphy said when imitating Bill Cosby all those years ago, you cannot get through a story. You can't get through one story sometimes at my favorite neighborhood bar because every 4 words, Josh, just tell us a random story. I'll imitate what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just tell any story and I'll...
I saw an article the other day about there's a haunted
How
house
do you
school.
saw an article? Like there's an article and you take a saw and you cut it in half. Is that how you saw an article?
It was about this haunted
Right,
house.
you guys? Yeah, did you hear that one?
It's about a haunted house school where they teach you how to scare people. And they say the goal is to make
I'll give you a mirror if you want to scare people. You'll scare yourself. That's what'll happen if you want to scare people. What were you saying now?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
I know exactly. Sometimes it's like, this isn't supposed to be a funny story. I was trying to share something with you guys.
I mean, can we just get through 5 minutes of conversation? Just 3. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I just want to pick up the entire bar table and just break it over his head. Give us the...
It's exhausting.
Give some of the boys a chance to talk.
That's insufferable.
What other stories do you have to tell?
I don't even want to say anything.
All right. We'll take a little break, Ski. It's just your average effing Thursday. That's all it is. I mean, and we're going to try to push our way through like any other regular schmuck. When we come back, we'll get into the stupid news here in a few minutes. Thanks for listening to the program.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Stupid news. It's coming right up. A little earlier, we had a brief conversation about getting drunk. Ah, God, just getting terribly drunk. I asked Ashley, did you ever get so drunk that your drunken appearance shocked someone, a loved one, where they looked at you and said, oh, my God, look at you? Happened to me once. Ashley said no. She said, but sometimes her drunken appearance would shock herself. It can happen. Got a text message on the subject. Tell me what you make of this. One of our listeners texted in to say, I shocked a loved one once when I showed up drunk. Well, that's because we've been separated for 3 years and I wasn't supposed to know where she lives.
Surprise!
Dude? Are you okay? Yeah. Don't do that. What are you talking about? All right, here it is. Today's Stupid News Report. This is what they're calling one of the most bizarre thefts of the year. One of the most bizarre thefts but it seems to be resolved. Yeah, it all got squashed. I'll tell you about it. By God, I will. You may have heard, I didn't, but you may have heard about how a 50-pound fiberglass dinosaur that goes by the name of Claire was stolen from a Los Angeles gas station a couple weeks ago. Did you hear about this now? Claire was stolen from a gas station in Los Angeles. Surveillance footage showed a thief removing Claire, the 50-pound fiberglass dinosaur, and then he loads her into the back of a pickup truck driven by some other peckerhead, and then they both cruise on out of there. Now, the story says, and I need an explanation here, the story says that there, like I said, is video courtesy of Jamie Lee Curtis. What does?
Yeah, she posted it on Instagram.
So she's the one who...
Well, I think the story's just saying, hey, you could have saw the video a lot of places, but they thought it was funny that she posted it.
Jamie Lee, all-time Super Fox.
Yeah, the Scream
Jamie
Queen.
Lee Curtis posted it on her personal social media things.
Correct.
Oh, I see. Anyways, surprisingly, the dinosaur was recently returned to the gas station. In the dead of night, it was returned anonymously with a note attached to Claire that said, "I am sorry for stealing Claire. Please do not press charges." The return of Claire was also recorded on surveillance video. I'm not sure what Jamie Lee Curtis thinks of it, but the return of Claire was also recorded on surveillance video. So naturally, the cops in town were warming up their billy clubs for a terrible beating. But the owner of the gas station says they will not be pressing charges, and they're just happy to have the dinosaur back.
You'll never believe it. I said, what's going on? She says, Claire's home. Somebody's scared that they're going to be found out. Are you going to press charge? Absolutely not. I'm just glad that Claire's home.
Very cool, that guy.
And the cops said, "Aw, come on."
We got our billy clubs ready and everything.
Sissy move on that gas station owner's part, no question about it. But he does say this now, he will be bolting her big fat ass down from here on out.
Probably the way to do it. I got to thank my wife because we saw a very large dinosaur, probably 7 feet, that you could put in your lawn. And I really wanted to get it, and she talked me down. Usually I can avoid that type of temptation, but I was really, really wanting to get that thing.
Why would you want a big dinosaur to...
I have no idea. I would have regretted it almost immediately.
All year round, you would have a dinosaur displayed in your yard?
Yes. That was my thought at the time, and I was basically obsessed thinking, we got to get this thing.
That sounds awesome, Josh.
It does sound awesome.
I would have been the devil on the other shoulder going, come on, get the dinosaur.
I have learned to project into the future and think, well, what would future Josh think about this?
Sure.
And realized I would be upset with myself.
But
that
what
I
would
spent
future-
several $100s.
What would future Dana think of it, though?
That's true. You'd come over more often.
I'd come over more often. I'd stop by.
I should have got it.
You'd just see me hanging on your front yard.
We need a dinosaur mascot here. That'd be kind of cool having one out front of Cumulus Media, would it not?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I've got one of those inflatable costumes.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work out too well.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to draw a dick on it immediately, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably going to be me.
You have an inflatable...
Oh, no, somebody vandalized our brand new dinosaur mascot, and Ashley's got paint all over.
You would draw a D on the inflatable dinosaur?
Oh, yeah.
But Dana, you have an inflatable dinosaur costume.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Is it the T-Rex one? The
Yeah.
one-
With all the little arms and stuff.
When you wear it, there's already a dick in it.
That is true.
Josh, what's with this sudden obsession with dinosaurs? You wanted a 10-foot
it was
tall
a-
one for your front yard. Now you want one out front the radio station?
Well, it would be cool to have something like that, like a pterodactyl or, whatever we decide we want to call it. We had David Lee Rock for a little bit. I don't know, whatever happened to David Lee
I
Rock?
saw it the other day. I saw the costume.
Oh, it's still around?
Yeah, it's still around.
Okay.
The guy that the only guy that fit in it got fired a long time ago.
Oh, he got fired?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Everybody gets fired around here. David Lee Rock was a great idea, but it didn't get
It was fun for a
It didn't
while.
get used correctly.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
It wasn't made correctly in the first. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I pictured was, and I'm not like super creative or anything, but what I had in my mind was a lot better than what it turned out to be.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No offense to whoever made it. It's wonderful.
I'm going to try not to lose my composure here. But as we move on with the stupid news, this is so friggin' infuriating. This here next story reflects a lot of what has made social media the absolute worst idea that mankind has ever come up with. This is, or was, I guess, a TikTok thing, a French TikTok thing. It involves a dude. He was pulling pranks on people. And it wasn't funny at all. It was simply mean, terrorizing, not funny at all. It showed a deep lack of respect for others. That all sounds very much like most of what we see on social media, doesn't it?
Yep.
Mean, terrorizing, not funny at all, a lack of respect for others. I'll try to get through this.
Don't you miss dogs riding Roombas with a cat on top of the dog? That's what social media to me should be. Just
That's
nothing
what it's
but that.
for, yeah.
I remember that.
I miss those days. Or the chocolate rain guy, or Charlie getting his finger bit, or the Charlie biting a finger, I should say.
I don't remember chocolate rain, and I always hated that Charlie finger bit, but I do vividly remember the cat riding a Roomba while a dog and a duck watched it happen. That was, you can look that up. That's exactly what was going on. A cat was riding a Roomba with two spectators, a dog and a duck.
Watch the one with the dog and the cat on it. Cat on the dog. That one.
You weren't making that
up?
No,
there
was
one.
A cat on a dog who was on a Roomba?
Yes.
Where's the duck?
There was no duck in that one.
Did the duck die?
Yeah. I don't know. I think he got fired with the rock guy. Offended Millennial Jesus recommends our dinosaur mascot be named Ronnie James Dinosaur, or Diosaur. Mm-hmm. Ronnie James Diosaur.
All right, I'm going to try to get through this. Here's the bit. This awful, awful social media bit. A dude by the name, and it happened in France, a dude by the name of Ilan or something stupid like that. Here's what he would do. He would wander around town. He'd sneak up on folks when they weren't looking, and he'd pretend to stick them with a syringe.
I mean, that's something where you should be able to beat that person, correct? I mean, you imagine you think I'm either drugged or he's putting AIDS in me or some poison or something.
He sneaks up. He's wearing a surgical mask like in the COVID days. He's got the syringe in hand. So when folks suddenly assume that a complete stranger has just stuck them with a needle while they're reading in the park or whatever, they're effing terrified. And then this Elon douchebag would run away. Now, there's some backstory here. Apparently, a while back, there was what they call here a, quote, fear of these kinds of attacks in France. Now, I don't know if that's because at one time a real lunatic was running through the streets of France sticking folks with a needle, or this was just a scary rumor, but it was something that all French folks were aware of.
I think it was a French music festival. There was a music festival where people were doing this. They were injecting folks with something, so maybe it was a French one.
I'm going to go along with it. And then, okay, so there's this overwhelming fear of these kinds of attacks, and then here comes limp dick Elon with his little 8th grade TikTok prank, and folks didn't find it humorous. If you watch the videos, when these people think they've just been injected with God knows what out of nowheres, they're effing horrified. Horrified, the looks on their faces. Some of them chase after the douche, like Josh said. You know, this should be a green light for a beating. Mm-hmm. Some of them chase after the guy, thinking, I need to get this man because I don't even know what I've just been injected with, or my girlfriend. Sometimes he was walking up on a lot of women and giving them the imaginary poke with the needle, and then their boyfriends would chase after him, thinking the worst. Just awful.
Remember the dude that was doing that with his seed? We talked about that in the news a couple years back. I mean, again, that's justifiable homicide.
Absolutely, yeah.
I ain't going to argue with a pimp. Now, Elon, the needle guy, He's going to have to record all of his hilarious videos from the inside of a French prison for a while. He's been sentenced to 6 months.
That's it?
I guess. In court, he tried to defend himself by claiming that he never intended to hurt anybody, and the bit wasn't even his idea. He was just copying the bit from some other social media puke bag. He said he only did it, take a wild guess, he only did it to promote himself so he could become a big social media star.
Why would you want to be known as that guy?
Yeah, because nobody here's impressed, right?
No.
There's nobody
No.
that's like, that's funny. And I'd imagine it's going to be tough to find somebody that's going to think that's funny.
They don't care. Actually.
Speaking of injections, I always thought the term hot beef injection was very funny.
Never liked that one.
Really?
I never did.
Oh, what don't you like about it? Top 3 reasons.
I don't like the word hot.
I don't like to be hot.
Beef reminds me of some kind of a conflict with somebody, and I don't like conflict.
Oh, you know what? The way you said beef reminds me when people would refer to flatulence as beef. Oh, who beefed? I hated that. I didn't like that one. That
I
grossed me
also
out.
hated that one.
Yeah.
I hated who beef.
Yeah,
Ugh.
beef. Have you heard that, Ashley?
I don't like that. No.
It's terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, I never liked either one of those slogans. Hot beef injection. You know, no offense to those of you with the tattoos and whatnot that say hot beef injection,
I like the term.
because I know a lot of you. And I hated that who beefed.
Yeah, the beef.
That's
thing.
gross.
Oh, I beefed.
All right.
Does anybody remember where that started? Was it from a movie or something?
I don't know.
Or is it just one of those phrases that got passed around?
You're from a movie.
I'm trying to figure out what hot beef injection is.
Oh, it's a penis reference being injected into a.
What we're hauling
Orifice.
around, Ashley, between our legs is beef. Right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Neither, and I never was either. I never went along with that one.
You never even kind of chuckled
No,
at that?
I didn't get the tattoos
Hot
or anything.
beef injection.
Nope, didn't do it.
That's good.
Here's the good news now. Like I said, this Elon idiot is going to prison for 6 months. Prosecutors involved in the court case, they didn't care why he did it. They were driving to teach him and others like him a damn lesson, and I friggin' love it. Prosecutors said, yes, we know that no actual injection of anything took place during your stupid bit, but it pissed off and terrified quite a few people. The prosecutors said that many of the victims believed they really had been injected with an unknown substance by an anonymous maniac, and they thought they were going to up and die.
Yeah, I think sometimes pranks can be funny, if they're innocent
Oh,
enough
sure.
and not where you think you're going to die.
Plenty of funny pranks out there.
I don't see any humor in this whatsoever. I don't even get it. I don't fully understand. It's like that's the goal, to make somebody think they're going to die or get really sick?
I guess, yeah. The prosecutors said, you just can't do that. You can't do something like that and then say, sorry, I'm trying to be popular online. So long, funny guy. I hope your 6 months in prison is even more miserable than you imagine it.
In our first stupid news story, it was regarding a dinosaur that was stolen, if you just tuned in. And I had mentioned it might be kind of fun to have a dinosaur mascot here out in front of the building. But then immediately realized somebody would draw a wiener on it. And Ashley said it would be her immediately.
Yep.
And I said, well, yeah, it'd be you come into work and you're covered in paint. Paint's all over your hands. Wisco Maple Syrup Jesus wants to know if Ashley would have paint on her hands for drawing a D on a dinosaur. Why does Dana have paint around his mouth? Come on, Dana. Gross. You'd provide oral to a drawn D on a dinosaur? You kind of
Around
seem
it.
the type.
Typical Dana.
Yeah. 99 times out of 100, when the brother or sisterhood texts into the show, they're right. This is one exception. A listener says the term beef, in reference to farting, who beefed.
So gross.
It's terrible. Came from the movie Grandma's Boy. No, Josh and I were doing this on the grade school playground before they even came up with the idea for friggin' Grandma's Boy.
Yeah, this was mid to late 80s for me, is when people were saying it a lot.
Others are chalking it up, the hot beef injection. They're chalking that up to the movie, what do you call it, Breakfast Club. No, we were saying hot beef injection before they came out with Breakfast Club.
Uncle Nervous wants to know, Nick, how do you don't like hot beef injection?
No, I don't.
What about heat-seeking moisture missile?
Stupid. Stupid. Speaking of stupid, I'm going to go through this as quick as I can because it's just so dumb, and it shouldn't be a thing. A restaurant in Spain called the Asador Fupa, I don't know what the hell it is. A restaurant in Spain, they have the world's most expensive hamburger. It cost $11,000. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's just so you can say you did, right?
What makes it so expensive?
Exactly. Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing!
Sometimes they'll put like gold flakes in these types of food.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'll give you the nonsense here. The exact ingredients remain a secret. It's a hamburger.
It's beef.
It's a hamburger.
How disappointing if you bought that and it was just like the driest hamburger you've ever had.
There's something in here about the burger being made out of the 3 best meats in the world, the most exclusive cheese in Europe, and a special sauce. Shut up.
3 best meats in the world?
Sorry, I can't get behind that one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That should come with maybe a counselor to talk to afterwards. Just ask questions why you felt that you wanted to spend $11,000 on a hamburger that McDonald's has dominated for like $3 forever.
Exactly.
No, I never liked One-Eyed Wonder Worm. No, I never liked Yogurt Slinger.
Yeah, that one's kind of gross.
I'm not a fan of most penile references.
I'll take pretty much all the penis.
Just call it.
I like plenty of them.
Especially if it's on a dinosaur for me.
Yeah, we know.
Just call it what it is.
What do you like? Or excuse me, do you like?
Yes.
From HVAC/Orange Stuff Jesus, going back to farting. Floating an air biscuit.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
No.
Speaking of beef, what about referring to breasts as chest beefers?
That's the worst we've heard this morning.
I don't like that either.
I've never heard that before.
Why would you do that when there's snake trays and yard donkeys and lawn chickens?
No.
Beefers?
Yeah.
Please tell me you've never used that anywhere but here in this very moment.
Not like seriously, like jokingly, yes.
It's terrible.
No.
Oh, you should have seen the look on my wife's face when I dropped that one once. It was not. It was a divorce look. Is what it
Yeah,
was.
I would divorce my husband if he said something like that.
Like
Well, you know that look. So do I. So does Ashley. Yeah.
Like, how did you use it? Like, to your wife, like, you got some dynamite chest beefers.
Yeah, it was meant to like ingest as a joke. Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid.
It
I
is.
am a fan of sweater meat and sweater cannons.
No, it's just penis and boobs. That's it. We don't
Penis
have
and
to make them all
boobs.
cute.
Well, even in the boudoir,
Yes.
in the sex chamber, really, like, oh, that's a hell of a penis you got right there. I can't wait to combine privates.
Yeah, I actually I physically can't call it any of the nicknames during that kind of stuff.
Not
It just
even like the
seems-
C word?
No, it's just childish.
All we're getting here,
It just feels weird to me. I don't know.
all we're getting here on our text machine is slang terms for boobs, slang terms for Rodneys.
Oh, I haven't heard of this one for farting. Backdrafted? Who backdrafted? I've never heard that before.
Stupid.
Kind of like that one.
All right, chesticles. The pork sword, sweater potatoes, Zeppelin's, baby gravy injector.
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
Chesticles isn't bad.
that's stupid.
Ashley, your thoughts?
That's all right, I guess.
You know, on not on yesterday's show, but the day before, we talked quite a bit about getting high. A lot of yous like to get high. Higher than a hippie in a hot air balloon. Some of yous, you do. Some of you drug addicts like to take your marijuana by way of those gummies, right? Everybody's fisting those gummies down their yap daily. I've heard a few real serious horror stories. I'll never come anywhere near this stuff.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, question.
Yes.
The gummies, are those real powerful, or is there like a lot of a pot in there? Do they put a whole pot?
They can be.
Speaking of slang terms, Josh, some folks take those gummies and they pour them directly into their dome giver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be, Josh. It depends on what you buy. Some of them are very, very strong. You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Somebody was passing them around at a party once, and I was wondering, like, if I had one of those, would I just have an arm, and then that'd be good enough, or do you Like, I just decapitate it. How much do you eat if you're a novice?
It depends.
that-
It depends on the ranking, right? What's your name, Ashley?
Yeah.
I know friends. They talk about it all the time.
Like, is one something that could mess somebody up who's never done it? Just
all I
one
can tell
gummy.
you this. Oh, one gummy? Yeah. Really.
Yeah, one can have either, like anywhere from 5 milligrams to 50 to 100.
Right.
The average is about 5 or 10, though.
Just
5 or 10. Oh, I see what you're saying. 5 or 10 milligrams or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
There's all different grades, all different levels. My friends talk about it constantly, and I'm going to choke them to death. They, yes. Oh, I took this percentage. I took that. This, that, that.
Yeah, the gummies and the seltzers seem to be crazy popular.
Tired of it. Okay. Josh and I remember when the only kind of gummies being traded back and forth in town were gummy bears and gummy worms, and that was good enough for us.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Ooh, how do you think about gummy in the term like an older lady providing oral?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Hilarious.
What do you think about calcium cannons for boobs? Wash your breasts.
That's
Jesus.
trying too hard. Even those good old-fashioned regular drug-free gummy bears can F your world up sideways. I've heard horror stories about the marijuana gummies, but just the old-fashioned sumbitches with no drugs in there at all. They can F you up. Some character in the silly United Kingdom or whatever it's called, he has a very English-sounding name, this guy. I'm not kidding. He goes by the name of Mr. Rimington.
Oh, I'd change that last name. That's going to get you some trouble on the schoolyard.
I don't have a first name, I guess, Mr. Rimington.
Nathan is his first name.
Oh. He's 33. This effing guy ate up 6.6 pounds of gummy bears in 3 days.
I don't even know how you do that.
And it damn near killed him dead.
Have you guys ever read those sugar-free gummy bear reviews
Yes.
on like Amazon? Hilarious.
That was so good.
Absolutely
No, I haven't.
hilarious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they're somewhat famous because it really messes up people's bowels,
Yeah.
according to the reviews. I'm
Oh.
sure some folks at this point are just getting in on the comedy, but I guess I don't know if they even still sell them, but those sugar-free ones specifically are supposed to tear up your tummy pretty good.
Yeah, you'll be on the toilet for a while.
Yeah,
if you
you'll be
handle the bag of
backdrafted
those.
all day, yeah.
I can't tell you if these were sugar-free or sugared regular gummy bears, but this guy ate 6.6 pounds of them in 3 days. He said he had a, quote, craving for gummy candies. And once he got his hands on those colorful, squishy little things, he just kept firing them down over a 3-day period until he felt like unmitigated ass.
Have you guys ever bought like those big 1 pound bags of candy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those become an issue so fast. You're like, this is going to last me forever.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple days go by.
I love candy and all that. You know that. This guy had gut rot to beat hell. He busted out into a cold sweat, and he was sweating his bag off, just pouring cold sweat. Someone or another finally hauled him off to the hospital. Doctors and such, they thought he had food poisoning. But when they took a look up his can, they saw what they call here high levels of gelatin in his digestive tract. Dude had given himself something called acute diverticulitis by deep-throating all those damn gummy bears. He had more or less locked up his guts and intestines and colon with one massive, solid, 2-story tall gummy bear turd. He couldn't take a deuce if he tried. His guts were just locked down.
He didn't feel weird after the first day?
No, he felt all right. He felt pretty good.
Maybe he thought, it would fix this? More gummy bears.
Yeah, he's on a gummy bear bender, Ashley. Can he live?
Yeah, it's weird after the first pound he didn't think I should slow down a little bit.
Day 1, he felt all right. Day 2, he still felt pretty good. Day 3, didn't feel good at all.
Got to power through, though.
They're at the hospital. It took Mr. Rimington. I'd rather meet Mrs. Rimington. But everyone's got their own thing, right? It took Mr. Rimington 6 days to press out that multicolored gummy bear landscaping brick that was rotting away in his stomach.
Oh.
He lost consciousness once while pushing. He out cold. He lost consciousness while pushing. Doctors were there to hold him on the toilet. But once it was out, they sent him home.
What if that's some sort of record on the way in or on the way out? I mean, that's impressive in a bad
There's
way.
someone out there who's keeping track of these records, Josh.
There usually is. Shoots at deer 7 times and misses Jesus. Said he worked for a gummy factory, and a lot of the low-sugar gummies are made with a ton of fiber. So that must be what's going on with those sugar-free ones, huh?
Like the time I ate almost an entire box of Fiber One bars. Oh, man, it was
that on a
fireworks.
dare?
No, I was at my girlfriend's place. She was working. I was hungry, and that was the only edible food she really had in the house, and I didn't really realize what fiber did to you at that time.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So I had one, and I'm like, well, that was tasty. It was like a chocolate chip type of granola bar, so I, wolfed down like 3, 4, 5 more of them, and then I was just blasting.
Those are really good, Dana. That sounds like something I would do, and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was like a week's worth of fiber."
A mistake was made, Ashley.
Oh, man, everyone's throwing around slang terms for penises.
Any you like? Seems you don't like most of them.
And breasts.
Yeah, this has gotten out of hand.
We were talking about slang terms for the penis and for a woman's breasts. Here's Duck Butter Jesus. He's got a slang term for his penis. He named it Stanley. Like the power drill. What movie, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane? What year, 1990? What theater did I see it on opening night? I can't remember. I do like this slang term for a set of jugs, dirty pillows.
Because is that from Austin Powers?
No. Keep going. What movie? Dirty Pillows.
Oh, no, that's with Steve Martin and...
No!
Well, what the hell? I thought it was Austin Powers at first.
It's a scary movie.
I mean, is it
It
Psycho?
stars John Travolta. It stars Sissy Spacek. It involves prom. It
Was it
stars... It's
Carrie?
Carrie!
Oh, I haven't seen the original.
It co-stars the curly-haired guy from The Greatest American Hero.
I swear Mike Myers said it in a movie at one point.
Well...
Yeah, I haven't seen I saw the remake of Carrie, and it wasn't so good. I saw the opening scene of the original.
You haven't seen the original Carrie? I could watch it every day.
Just the opening scene.
Stanley, like the power drill. Go.
Mommy milkers. Do you like mommy milkers?
No, I don't.
I hate that so much.
Johnny Teitelbaum calling himself Johnny Crunch, huh? Kiss my ass. Suzuki Samurai, you Bensonhurst piece of These are lines from Ford Fairlane. That was Andrew Dice Clay and the late, great Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried plays a radio DJ named Johnny Crunch. They grew up together. They were in a band together. And then Ford became a rock and roll detective, and Johnny became a Do we need to do this all over again?
Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. And Johnny Crunch wants Ford Fairlane to find his daughter, Zuzu Petals. What time is it, Josh? Is it 6:54?
6:54,
And
yeah.
he goes to the Bobby Black concert, who was played by Vince Neil, Morris Day.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Sorry, love. I got stuck in your dirty pillows.
This was corny as hell. It was cringy. It was all of that. We know this. You're promoting an alcoholic beverage and trying to give people the impression that this could be your final season, that you might end up retiring. And so, one other person joked and they said, you know what, that's like Jordan. Compare that to Jordan saying, I'm back. What if he had said, no, I'm teasing you, and then it happened to be a Hanes commercial?
How do people not like Stephen A. Smith?
He has his moments, definitely.
The guy's funny.
He can be.
He goes after people. I like the guy. Going after LeBron James for that stupid Hennessy ad he pulled off the other day and made it seem like he was retiring. Good for you, Stephen A. Smith. All right, I'll be out of your face here in a minute, but we were talking slang terms, specifically for the old friggin' brajola, right, Josh?
Yeah.
The penis. And for women's cans. Listeners have been texting in 651-989-9393, texting in their favorite slang terms for those two body parts. I did find a couple, three that I really liked. It's not easy for me. A lot of them, they don't have to rhyme. They don't have to be 3-4 syllables long. One was texted in here, a slang term for women's breasts. A listener says his grandfather used to use this slang term, and so did my dad and his buddies. And it's simple, and it's one syllable. Lungs. That's my all-time favorite.
What about melons?
Nah, it's too silly, too childlike. My dad and his buddies would sit around and go, by God, look at the lungs on that one. Lungs.
I like that.
Yeah, it's simple. Doesn't have to be cutesy.
Blondes are just for practice, Jesus said. What about sandbags? Because he's heard that's what it feels like, just a bag of sand.
I have felt the same sensation before. Yeah, but I did find two here from our listeners. They texted them in. Two that I really like. Slang terms for breastises. Crumb catchers.
Yeah, they are.
I do like that one.
So many crumbs.
And this is my favorite, outside of lungs. This is my favorite. Blouse clowns.
Oh, that's a good one.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, it's new to me as well.
Never heard that one before. Wonderful news. The New York Yankees have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Whoa.
Toronto beat them last night. Detroit beat Seattle. The Cubs beat Milwaukee. The Phillies beat the there's more baseball tonight. We can get into that. The Minnesota Man-Bear Pigs are going to start up their regular season tonight. And tonight's version of Thursday Night Football is scheduled to feature my Philadelphia Eagles playing at their top rival, the New York Giants. Josh's news is coming up next.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. Tonight, it's a rivalry renewed as the Philadelphia Eagles take on the New York Giants. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Eagles and the Giants tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Our neighbors had us all over, and we had a great day hanging out with them and the kids running around and stuff. And to hear this is just mind-blowing.
A Connecticut woman's in the middle of a custody battle with her estranged husband, and she's now accused of poisoning his wine and iced tea using a chemical commonly found in antifreeze.
Oh, boy.
The husband told investigators she doctored the bottle sometime between August 5th when he opened the wine and then August 7th, the day of a court hearing that she never showed up for. While at the courthouse, he received an alert indicating her phone was connected to his Wi-Fi. He said she had full unrestricted access to his home and suspected that she entered while he was gone. Then August 10th, he poured himself a small amount of the vino. By the middle of the night, however, he was waking up repeatedly, feeling increasingly sick. By 6 a.m., he called his mom. When she arrived, she found him slurring his
called
words.
his mom.
Mommy!
I would.
A lot of us do when we're sick, right?
Yeah.
She
No.
found. Oh, you don't?
Oh.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Me neither. She found him slurring his words, staggering, and vomiting. She rushed him to the hospital where doctors initially suspected a stroke, but they noticed signs of poisoning and placed him on dialysis. When questioned by police, she first denied involvement, but they searched her phone and found internet searches about different poisons and even queries such as, how much of these substances would kill you?
Dummy.
Just go to the library and Google that stuff, you idiot.
Real quick, we were talking about nicknames for penises and boobs.
Yes.
Somebody said they called their penis Dirty Harry because it's both. She claimed she was confused about the chemicals, saying she only recognized the word cyanide because of a TV show, the TV show Psych. She admitted buying the substance in late July, but insisted she only intended to use it for cleaning carpets at her mother's house. But eventually, she confessed to mixing the toxic liquid into her estranged husband's wine. And after hearing myself read it out loud, I realized when I said cleaning carpets at her mother's house, I set myself up for some very hurtful texts.
Oh, I never would have considered that an option or an opening there, Josh.
I didn't when editing the story, but once I heard it, I thought, oh no, here we go.
This is really torturing now. I mean, you're overthinking. Most folks, I don't think it would have dawned on them to go after your mother when you said cleaning carpets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. I am over.
That's not like an easy.
I'm trying to be very careful about everything I say.
Yes, it's not an easy setup there. It's not an obvious setup. So you're really overthinking things, and I think you need to talk to somebody.
You're probably right. I mean, I think at this point I'm penetrating territory that would be considered way overthinking, kind of crazy.
All right, now
I'm really getting on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Stop talking.
We got to figure out what's behind this thing.
Oh, here we go.
Really just kind of thrusting into some mental issues.
You're digging a hole now.
According to the man, she had a motive. If he died, you see, she would gain full ownership of his house and full-time custody of their child. She told police she never meant to kill him, just make him sick.
Oh, yeah, because that's what she needs, custody of a child.
I wonder what it's like to know that you not just dated, but you married and reproduced with someone who's capable of such a thing. You know what I mean? It's one thing. Many of us have been there. You had a one-night stand or 5 with someone who's dangerous. You dated briefly someone who's but to know that you married, committed your life, at least in theory, and reproduced a child with someone who's capable of something like this.
Doesn't it seem like some of the craziest folks are some of the best at hiding it at first? I mean, how many times?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the whole point of a psychopath, right?
We've been fooled,
I suppose.
Before.
I was thinking of people from my personal life, and
me too.
I have to say that the ones who turned out crazy, there were plenty of signs. But when you said that, Josh, some of the craziest people are the ones who are best at covering it. I started thinking about, some of the famous serial killers and things like that. And I guess you're probably right. Some of them are brilliant at concealing that evil.
The Sarasota County, Florida Sheriff's Office recently netted a motorist so monumentally marinated in moonshine that he conked out in the back of a patrol car before the cuffs could click. At about 10 p.m. September 30th, an air unit spotted the car stopped on the freeway, slowing traffic and forcing cars to swerve to avoid a collision. Before deputies arrived, a passing driver in a construction vehicle with amber and white flashing lights pulled up behind the stopped car to prevent somebody from hitting it, saving lives, police said. He walked up to the car and spoke with the passenger, who explained he'd been trying to wake the driver. The strong smell of alcohol coming from the passenger made the helper call the highway patrol. When a deputy reached the vehicle, he found the driver, 46-year-old Jonny Laycock, lay asleep behind the wheel.
Jonny Laycock.
Jonny Laycock.
That's a name for you. Yeah.
The engine was running. After waking him, the deputy was treated to 3 key indicators of extreme intoxication. Heavy slurring, the overwhelming scent of alcohol, and the open bottle of vodka next to him was a good clue as well. "Why are you stopped where you stopped?" one deputy asked. "Because I'm effed up, bro," Laycock replied. When asked if he'd been drinking, he admitted, "Yeah, I drank too much."
I'm with our traffic unit. What happened tonight? Why you stopped where you stopped?
I'm up, bro.
Because you're up? Okay. Like too much to drink? Like what are we talking about?
Yes.
Too much to drink? Okay. Any drugs or anything like that?
All kinds of
All kinds of S.
Jonny Laycock.
Laycock was placed in the back of a patrol car where he almost immediately slumped over and fell asleep again. Moments later, though, he snapped awake in a rage, yelling, threatening the deputies, demanding to be let go. They said no. He said, I'm about to go crazy.
He's about to go crazy.
I'm about to lose my mind.
Here I go.
Well, just because he's in the back of a cop car?
I guess.
Oh, my God.
I guess. With a measured blood alcohol content of 0.325. That's a good one.
I'll get her done.
They had to take him to a hospital. They were worried he was going to die.
Big John Laycock.
There, Laycock reportedly turned his aggression toward the medical staff as well. He spread it around a little bit.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he spread it around.
Johnny Laycock.
Yeah. I think
Rock and roll Johnny Laycock.
Yeah, I might change the last name. No offense to my lineage, but I couldn't handle that. Witnesses say a bizarre and scary crime unfolded Monday at a Family Dollar in North Carolina. One that started by a woman who demanded a NASCAR shirt another woman was wearing.
Oh, man, a NASCAR shirt.
Yeah, North Carolina. I mean, that sounds about right.
They do love, they love their racing in North Carolina. Sure, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Witnesses say the incident began when the suspect complimented the other woman's NASCAR shirt and then demanded she take it off. She asked her to give her the shirt. She said she wanted it. The lady, of course, told her no, she wasn't going to give her shirt because she wanted it. That's why she was wearing it. That led to a fight. The woman who demanded the shirt started throwing water bottles out of a cooler before the NASCAR fight took a few left turns when she raced out of there before returning with a gun.
You can't do anything because you just don't know what people are thinking. You don't know what they're going through.
True that.
What's this gimme your shirt, and when the answer is no, you become violent routine? Well, you could have just asked the lady, where did you buy that shirt? I would like to patronize that business as well. What's the word I'm looking for, Josh?
Yeah, I would love to have that shirt. Do you mind sharing where you got it?
Gimme your shirt. This is a new approach
We want you gimme.
Yeah.
Employees got most of the customers to the back of the store and called police, but a teenager didn't make it in time. Witnesses say the woman turned her sights on her.
The lady seen her, she pointed the gun at her head, and the little girl just laid there in fetal position.
Police arrived and subdued the woman, making an arrest, noting her child was with her during the whole ordeal. That's a great shirt. I will have that.
Yeah. You ever given up a shirt before, Josh? I have deep regrets over a shirt that I gave away.
No, not that. Not off your back, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Luckily, I was at a radio station. What do we call it in the business?
An
promotion. Yeah, a promotion. And I was wearing this great shirt, and a foxy lady walked up and said, "I love your shirt." She didn't say trade with me, because that would have been great, right? I might have gotten a look at her boobies. She didn't say trade with me. She just said, would you give me your shirt? Because I was at a promotion, I had 93X shirts in the bucket behind me that I could put on to replace the one I was wearing. So that's what I did. I fell for it because she was so friggin' foxy. And you know what shirt it was? It was a WCW Jeff Jarrett T-shirt that said on the T-shirt, listen up, slap nuts.
Was she a fan or just like the shirt, do you know?
She was a fan of Jeff Jarrett, the double J.
So she was a fan. That's cool.
JEFF, JARR, whatever the hell.
Was she
E-double-T.
Yeah.
Was she familiar with Laycock? Or I suppose that's
Johnny
the story
Laycock?
we just told right now.
No,
so
she didn't know.
She wasn't sure about it.
But as foxy as she was, and I made her night and everything, I missed that T-shirt. That was such a great T-shirt. I mean, listen up, slap nuts. How do you go wrong with a T-shirt like that, no matter where you go?
If you've ever wondered what would happen if Guitar Center met Grey's Anatomy in the world's least requested street performance, wonder no more. Police in Oregon arrested a 65-year-old man after he composed a ballad of bowel pudding performed live with one acoustic guitar and one colostomy bag, creating a number 2 hit. Officers were called Saturday after reports a man smacked a wheelchair user over the head with a guitar. Upon arrival, a witness informed police she heard shouting, looked over and saw the world's angriest instrumentalist. When she tried to break it up, the man ripped off his colostomy bag and threw it at her.
Oh. No.
God, no.
The wheelchair-bound victim told police he'd been minding his own business at an intersection when Alice Pooper approached, demanding access to a nearby building. When denied entry, the man reportedly delivered a drunken punch, which grazed his head and shoulder, then raised the guitar. According to the victim, the attacker swung 3 times. He dodged the first 2, but the third blow struck him on top of the head. Julio Iglesias is due in court next week. Gene Simmons was hospitalized Tuesday after being involved in a car accident.
Is that right?
The legendary Kiss bassist had been driving his Lincoln Navigator along the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu shortly before 1 p.m. Pacific time when his vehicle collided with a parked car.
Oh.
Authorities arrived to find the 76-year-old conscious, reportedly telling them he passed out or fainted just before impact.
Oh, is that right?
Apparently, he drifted across multiple lanes of traffic moments earlier. Following the incident, his wife, Shannon Tweed, confirmed he was taken to a hospital for further evaluation. She explained doctors discovered the likely cause. Simmons had recently been prescribed new medications which required him to increase his water intake, but he reportedly is not a fan of drinking water, and so they think that's what led to it.
None of hitting a loser for not drinking water?
I'm not a fan of drinking water.
Well, that's how all old people are.
Yeah, that's true.
Tweed added that Gene has since been released and is recovering at home, which Simmons himself later confirmed that he's doing fine. The health scare comes not long after another Kiss alum faced his own medical setback.
Who's that?
Just days earlier, a co-founder and guitarist Ace Frehley announced he was canceling the remaining dates of his 2025 tour due to, quote, ongoing medical issues.
Uh-oh. I mean, Ace lived a pretty hard friggin' life. You know, we went on and on when Ozzy died about how he lasted as long as he did with what he did to his body. Ace Frehley was not far behind, not by much behind what Ozzy Osbourne did to his body. So that worries me, Josh.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love Ace Frehley.
Hopefully
he's one of the greatest characters in rock history. Unbelievable guitar player. That makes me nervous.
Character is a good way to describe it.
Oh, my God.
Sure.
We could spend...
And a riff master.
We could spend a good hour on this program just playing Ace Frehley's laugh, and you would have the time of your life. He has the greatest laugh of maybe anyone who's ever lived, and I hope he's doing better. I mean, just... What do you have, the Tom Snyder interview?
I know I have it somewhere.
If you don't know Kiss and you hate them and everything, I get it.
This one,
but if you have, let's say you get sick in the next couple of days, you need a video to watch. Watch the 1979 Kiss interview where a guy by the name of Tom Snyder interviews the band. Ace Frehley is so wasted and out of control during the interview in a good way. He's roaring with laughter. He's taking nothing seriously. You can see that Paul and Gene are horribly embarrassed by this because they took themselves too seriously.
Sure.
It will make you fall in love with Ace Frehley watching how he behaves in that interview.
In the latest entry to the You Had One Job files, a group of Florida hospital employees swapped patient care for candid camera. They're under investigation for taking less than flattering photos of patients who were asleep or sedated. One patient claims 4 employees played paparazzi with unconscious victims, then proudly posted the evidence online. The patient said the employees snapped the, quote, unflattering pictures, unquote, then put them to Snapchat for others to see. The patient also claims the hospital tried to contain the fallout by asking those affected to not say anything about it and sign non-disclosure statements in exchange for some monetary settlements, despite refusing to let them view the photos in question.
Then they said, the pictures are horrible, and of course everybody's reaction is, let me see the picture of me that you say is horrible, to which they have either said, we can't show it to you, or we don't have it and it's been destroyed, so don't worry about it.
Even more troubling, the hospital waited months before formally responding to the situation. In a statement, the hospital said the employees involved were ultimately fired after an internal investigation, and authorities have been notified.
They're taking pictures of peckers and whatnot?
They weren't too clear on exact. They just called them unflattering, but people were passed out, sleeping or under anesthetic of some sort.
Remember that Jeff Jarrett Slapnuts T-shirt that I gave away to a foxy lady?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Listeners are telling me I can get one of those exact T-shirts, but they want $250 in trade on eBay.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
Wow.
You could be rich, man.
You could just, a lot of times when you put something up, if they have you can make an offer.
Oh, I love doing that. I love lowballing people.
Do you like some people it's insulting?
Yeah.
I'll give you $2 for it, this $250 item. Coinciding with tonight's Thursday night football matchup between the Eagles and the Giants.
Yeah.
Saquon, a feature-length documentary from executive producer Martin Scorsese about NFL running back Saquon Barkley streams today on Prime Video. The Giants will renew what has been a one-sided rivalry with their division foes, the Eagles, on Thursday Night Football at MetLife Stadium tonight. The Giants are 1-4 on the season, with the Eagles coming into Week 6 with a 4-1 record. Tonight on ABC, the series premiere of 911 Nashville. Chris O'Donnell plays a firehouse captain in the spinoff of the 911 OG. And on HBO, the second season finale of Peacemaker. Nick Swartzen, 49 today. Guillermo del Toro, whose version of Frankenstein hits select theaters on the 17th, and then Netflix November 7th, 61 today. Scott Bakula, 71.
Scott Bakula.
Yeah, handsome guy at 71 still.
Huh?
Ozzy's widow, Sharon Osbourne, 73. She looks younger than she did when she was 23 at this point, thanks to science.
Yeah, she does.
That's my story to the Jesus name. Jesus, text in a belated birthday wish to his smoking hot wife, Flight Nurse Jesus, and congratulations, she's getting her wings today. That's awesome. Happy 4th anniversary to Sits on Babies Jesus from Northwest Hollywood Jesus, and happy birthday to MVAC Warehouse Jesus from Nate Outdoors Jesus. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver
on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Well, Buck, it appears that at least for some Yankee fans, they felt that was their last real opportunity. They had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 8th inning, but Hoffman got Wells on a fly ball to left, and there are a lot of people heading for the exits right now.
Sure are. The Yankee lose. The Yankee lose. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, let's do it again. The Yankees lose.
The Yankee lose. Is that David Ortiz and Pedro Martinez having the time of their lives last night?
I think that's Guerrero, was
Vlad
it?
Guerrero Jr.
Oh, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
From the locker room or the clubhouse.
From the Rock-a-Loom. Let's get Randy Shaver off the toilet and...
Well, that's not easy to do.
No, get him on air. Hi, Randy.
Good morning.
Oh, I thought maybe that was a post-game show or something, and former Red Sox were celebrating. Wonderful news for anybody with any taste or common sense. The disgusting New York Yankees baseball season is over.
Well, it was a post-game show, and it was funny because as they were doing it, Derek Jeter and A-Rod were part of the panel, the booth there with David Ortiz, and the looks on their faces, they're like, okay, guys, knock it off.
Minnesota Timberwolves co-owner Alex Rodriguez.
That's right.
I'll be damned. It's like a holiday.
It really is. Feels good.
You think it should be a day off of work every time this happens?
I think
a parade in every town.
In the Midwest, I think it should be a holiday the day after the Yankees are eliminated from competition.
Yeah.
I think it should be a recognized day off for all of us. Says here, this is funny. So the Toronto Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees last night 5-2. Series over in 4 games.
Yep.
It says here the Yankees, that's not accurate. It says here the Yankees left the ball field in, quote, disbelief. Well, good. Good. It's Toronto's first trip to the American League Championship Series in 9 years. And it just feels terrific.
Do you think that every team is going to do the exact same thing with their pitching staff throughout the entire playoffs? It looks like an all-star game when you look at the box score. Did you look at all the box scores this morning?
No,
Nick?
I did not.
Every team is using a bullpen game. Every team.
I have noticed that, yes.
The Yankees were the only one that pitched a guy 6 innings or more. The Blue Jays started Louis Varland.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody pitched more than an inning and 2/3.
I know.
For the Blue Jays. I'm so curious as to, like, I didn't get the memo that this is the way it's. I have not heard anybody say this is now the new trend in playoff baseball, but
Certainly, we've
every
all noticed
single
it.
Team.
Certainly, we've all noticed it in the regular season. But like we discussed a couple days ago, I did not think this was going to be the approach for ball clubs in the playoffs.
I mean, look at the Brewers. Priester pitched 2/3 of an inning. Quintana went 3. But, I mean, nobody is going more than an inning. It's just crazy.
Yep, it's so different. It's so different now, and it probably will. If the Blue Jays and Brewers with these gimmicks...
I would love to hear Glenn Perkins explain what's going on in playoff baseball.
Well, maybe we'll get a hold of Glenn, try to talk to him tomorrow.
I'm assuming that it's because you allow your pitching staff not to get overworked, but
Right.
you give everybody an inning or so.
And
I don't know.
And you play the hell out of the percentages.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
You go with the analytics. If the Blue Jays and Brewers, let's say they make the World Series, which is very possible.
Yes.
And a lot more articles are written about this approach, this bullpen approach, then it probably will become a league-wide trend. It is, like we said a couple days ago, it's a totally different vibe than what we saw for decades and decades and decades, where you rely on 2 or 3 starting pitchers to give you everything they have, and you don't take them off the hill until you're pretty much your season depends on it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Detroit beat Seattle 9-3, so Game 5 in that series will be tomorrow night. The Cubs beat Milwaukee, so it's 2-1 Brewers in that series. Philadelphia beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 8-2.
And Kershaw just got bombed in that game.
He did. He looked. You know what he looked? He looked heavy to me. He looks like he's already. He's already eating like a retired athlete.
Good for him.
Yeah. I noticed that right away when he walked out onto the hill. I said, "Man, he looks kind of chubby."
Yeah.
So I think he's already eating like a retired athlete. So tonight, Philly at Los Angeles, followed by Milwaukee at the Chicago Cubs. So much fun to see the Yankees go bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Then you read this headline, Aaron Judge remains without a World Series ring.
Here's the call.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can live with that.
Yep.
We'll buy him a replica.
That's another change in sports culture or whatever you want to call it now. And this started, I can't say that it started, but it was really defined with the Durantula, Kevin Durant, where all of a sudden there was like this feeling of sympathy. Oh, he's played in the league now for 5 years and he hasn't won a title. And this is a thing now.
That was never a thing.
No.
20 years ago.
Yeah, and then
if you didn't win, hey, tough luck, man.
Yeah.
That's just part of the game.
Right, but now there's this idea that if you're a star player, the average swinging D on a ball club isn't given this sympathy, but if you're a star player and you have gone 4 or 5 years in your career and you haven't won a title,
But I can remember as a kid people saying, they wanted Dan Marino to get the ring. They wanted Charles Barkley to get a ring.
It's different.
That was later in his career when it really looked like he was not going to get there. I think that everybody knew he had a Hall of Fame career. I think that's where that sadness came from, is that he made the Super Bowl his rookie year and then they never got back.
You're right, Dana. There were conversations. Of course, people wanted these great players.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But now the vibe is that they're owed.
Oh, like they should just get one just for being
There's
good.
sympathy. Oh, no, he's played for 5-6 years, hasn't won a title. So friggin' what? Keep going, bro. That's what average people do. We're not all winners around here. Take a look around the room. We're not all winners. But you keep friggin' going. And then this other line. And the Yankees' title drought has reached 16 years. Oh, no. Oh, no. Have they gone 16 years? Oh, that makes me feel so bad. Blow me with your 16 years and your Aaron Judge doesn't have a ring. Not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cubby, that I went that direction and I blew up the way that I did.
I like when you get it off your chest. And I hope you get blown before the end of your career. It's a shame if it didn't happen.
That's my bro right there talking. He's got my back. What do you think about this, by God? The Man Bear Pigs are going to tap the keg on their 20 and 25, then 26 hockey season tonight in Missouri. state of hockey. They've got a 7 o'clock game against the Blues. As the late, great Golden Gopher and North Star coach Glenn Sonmore used to say, it's time to suck this year's chili dog.
He used to say that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, maybe Glenn Sonmore never said that. I don't know.
If you're looking for a place to watch the Wild tonight, you come by Jersey's in Inver Grove Heights from 7 to 9.
What time, like 6, 7?
Yeah, 6, 7, 7 to 9.
7 to 9, all right.
Be hanging out with Coors Light. We'll be getting somebody into a suite.
You're doing a gig at Jersey's?
Yeah, in Inver Grove.
And someone will get sweet tickets to an upcoming Pigs game.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of swag, 93X stuff, Coors Light stuff. It'll be a good hang. So come on
7
by.
to 9, you say?
7 to 9.
And then what, King of Diamonds at 9:30?
Yes, exactly.
Right down the road?
I'll have the Uber waiting for me right outside the door.
Oh, I used to get mental over there at Jersey's, but I had a regular bar gig there for years.
Yeah.
We would go, and like Josh said, we usually would go straight over to the King of Diamonds.
You fell in love there once, Nick.
Did I? Was I sitting with you?
Yeah. Oh, no, that was me that fell in love.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
I really thought I was forgetting something. Oh, my damn, Josh.
To the point where I'm embarrassed how smitten I was.
You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed me in the process.
I did, and I'm sorry about that. I realized it was ridiculous.
Can I tell the story again?
I'd rather you don't.
Oh.
I'd rather you do.
No, I fell in love. Feel like a douchebag.
And you said some things to her.
I know.
I'm not going to get into details. I promise you I won't. But you said
I made some promises. I was terrible.
You said some things to this.
This is why I shouldn't drink.
To this woman.
I did.
And after she walked away, I said, "Please don't do that while I'm sitting here."
You're right.
Let me take you away from this life.
No. Let's not talk about any of this.
We won't get into it.
I'm an idiot for even bringing it up.
I want to save you.
It's disgusting what happened. It's stupid. I'm embarrassed.
You know who likes the Boom Boom Room quite a bit, or at least did back in the day?
Who dat?
My brother.
Really?
That was probably the only place we ever got along, he and I, was at the Boom Boom Room.
I didn't know that about
We were
it.
kind of in our element, my brother and I. And, my brother hasn't had a drink in near 30 years now, so we would go out sometimes to the Boom Boom, and, of course, he would be driving. And I don't know what I was thinking one night. I kind of thought I could call the shots, as to when we left, where we went that night, because I got way too drunk at KOD. And it was about midnight or something. I was starting to fade, up there in the front row. I was fading in and out of consciousness. And I walked up to my brother and I said, "Well, let's get going." And he said, "Huh?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm hammered. I got to get the hell out of here." And he goes, "Well, sucks to be you, because I'm going to be here till close."
Go take a nap on one of the couches.
And I had to sit there and act like a functioning human being for 2 more hours until we finally. As soon as we got in the car.
That's how it goes sometimes.
It's like a little kid falling asleep on the way home.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, Nick, that girl that I embarrassed myself with many, she's probably 70 years old at this point. That was so long ago. That was like 30 years ago. Crazy.
She's 70.
Yeah, she is.
Wow.
I bet she thinks of me
she
as the
still-
one that got away.
That's right. I wonder if she thinks what could have been.
She's listening to the show right now, a single tear rolling down her cheek.
No, she's probably very pleased
Whatever
with her
happened to that wonderful young man?
who completely embarrassed himself and his best friend in the entire world.
Yep.
Oh, man.
As soon as she walked away, I said, "Please, don't ever do that again in front of me."
You know where you're in the middle of something and you realize, oh no, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But you just can't get yourself out of it, and then you double down.
It got worse
Yeah,
and
I've
worse
learned
and
since
worse.
then.
I think
just to put down the shovel once you got yourself in a hole.
I noticed that the security personnel were kind of shuffling a little closer.
Yeah. One step.
Every time Josh would talk to this stripper, she would walk away because she had to get on stage.
Going on.
And then the security staff would subtly kind of shuffle a little closer to the two of us. Because she was saying, "Boys, I think this little bald guy's going to strangle me."
I ain't here then. Yeah, I don't know if I've... never mind. I'm going to set the shovel down. Oh, I'm reading a text. Somebody said, have you ever been in love like that before or since? I'm not going to say a word.
I've never known love like this before.
What is this?
That's what Josh was singing in his head.
What does this indicate, this body language I'm making right here?
The body language that you are indicating right now is that you have never, ever been in love like that before or since.
How's your wife doing?
His what?
Wife. Oh, Jesus. You know how she's doing? At work right now, so we're safe.
You know, Randy Shaver, back to this year's NHL season for the Man Bear Pigs, I looked at 2 separate articles on ESPN with detailed predictions on this year NHL season. Predictions from the so-called experts, the guys and gals who follow the league each and every day. One article written by a feller named Greg. He picked...
It's a good name.
Yeah. He picked the Man Bear Pigs to straight up miss the playoff this season. He called this a transition season, noting that, yes, they've got the Russian kid locked down, but the other offensive pieces aren't that impressive. But with time, they could build themselves a contender. Right now, he's calling it a transition season.
Okay.
The second article I read included all of the ESPN NHL experts calling out their predictions for division winners and Stanley Cup champions. There were only 2 people who said the Pigs will win the Central Division. And those 2 guys...
Well, that's different than making the playoffs, though. Right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, winning the division is one thing.
Oh, yeah,
Making
yeah.
it as a wild card
Sure,
is others.
sure.
Okay,
But
all right.
this particular article, all they did was pick division winners and Stanley Cup champions.
Okay, I got you.
2 of the NHL experts picked the Pigs to win their Central Division. And those 2 guys were P.K. Subban and John Tortorella.
Oh, your favorite.
Oh, God. Not one of them picked the Pigs to win the Cupski. Not one. There was a mixed bag of clubs being called out as this year's champion. The most common answers were Edmonton, the Colorado Avalanche, Las Vegas, and Dallas. There was even one ESPN peckerhead who predicted that the Toronto Maple Leafs will save Canada from self-destruction and bring the cup back home where it belongs. That would be similar to when the Cubs won the World Series a while back.
That would be big, for sure.
Speaking of the Edmonton Oilers, Leon Draisaitl scored his 400th NHL goal last night in a game against the Calgary Flames. His 400th
I think
goal.
was it shorthanded?
I don't know. It wasn't an empty netter, was it?
I don't think so.
I didn't look up the details. So Leon Draisaitl scores his 400th NHL goal. He is now only 35 goals away from topping Zach Parise as the all-time leading goal scorer in NHL history.
Well, Zach, that's a record that's tough to beat that Zach Parise definitely set.
35 more goals, and Leon Draisaitl will top Zach Parise as the leading goal scorer in NHL history.
I don't think that's correct, but that's
I have
fine.
it right here. I got it off a hockey website.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct.
Jesus, there he is again. That guy, is he going to be with us all season?
Yeah,
I love that
imagine.
guy.
He doesn't like a lot of stuff.
We're paying him. He should be.
That's true. Yeah, we've got an extended contract.
Yeah.
This is funny. Okay, well, first off, quite a few folks were surprised when Conrad McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers agreed to that short 2-year contract to continue playing hockey for that organization. 2 years, $12.5 million each year, because he could have really raked him over the coals if he wanted to. He could have played all season, made the organization sweat it out.
Sure.
After all the jibber-jabber and rumors, McDavid settled for the exact same annual salary of his current deal. And NHL insider type of nerds, like I was reading about on ESPN yesterday, they're all saying that it was Conrad's decision to take millions less than he could have, so the club could have a hell of a lot more wiggle room to try and build the team around him as needed. What a concept, huh?
That is a concept.
What a concept.
Baker Mayfield did the same thing with the Bucs.
Baker Mayfield
took less money so that everybody else could eat too.
Brings us back to the Russian kid. Now, here's what I read about the Russian kid. It said when Kirill Kaprizov got hurt last season, all the way to the end of the season, the Pigs went from first in the league to 13th. Okay, so when the Russian kid got hurt, they had the best record in the National Hockey League, and they dropped all the way down to 13th while he was gone. It says here, you can't blame the Wild for giving the guy who carries the entire team the biggest contract ever. He may be the most valuable player to a team right now, but also he might be the only player on the team in a few years because he took all of their effing money. That's just one man's opinion.
Well,
a lot of people are saying that same sentiment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you imagine if he gets injured again?
Oh my God!
It's going to happen.
Oh boy, yeah,
it's going to happen.
I kind of think it's going to.
I mean, come on, of course. What are you going to? He's going to play 82 games?
It's too good to be true.
And it's one of those vague lower body injuries, and they don't really give a timeline on it. You know, that type of thing.
That's going to slow him down on approaching that Zach Parise record. I don't think he's going to hit it.
435. Zach's number, all-time leading goal scorer in NHL history. So quite a contrast there between how Conrad McDavid handled his deal and the Russian kid handled his. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to start no thing. Just saying.
America wins again, I guess. Right? I mean, that's all that is right there.
America wins again.
American wins one more time.
Tonight's issue of Thursday Night Football is scheduled to feature the Philadelphia Eagles playing
Ooh, your team.
My favorite team, playing at their top rival, the New York Giants. And now that they're home and on their bye week, and now that they no longer have to toe the company line, the Vikings have made it clear that playing in Ireland and England totally sucked.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been reading a few interviews.
Oh, yeah, they were talking about some of the accommodations weren't good.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Oh, yeah, they hated it.
They didn't like it.
And of course, naturally.
Maybe DePaula will share some of that.
Who would enjoy that? But what leading up to the trip, they had to act like, what was it, the troubled head coach, Conrad, what's his last name again?
O'Connell.
Whatever.
You say it wrong all the time. It screws the rest of us up.
Yeah.
Can't remember the real way anymore.
Before the games, he was like, hey, what a great opportunity. It's just all. They have to act all, yay, because the NFL's got a freaking set of binoculars on them.
Remember, too, they volunteered to do this, too.
They did?
They certainly did.
Well,
is that something you can turn down, though?
The boss did, not the players and the coaches.
No,
the boss did.
I think they didn't want to play in Pittsburgh.
Yep, that's exactly why.
Was there a vote amongst did the players and coaches have any say in that?
Well, the players probably didn't have a
No.
say. I'm just saying the Vikings organization volunteered.
The second-hand exercise equipment guy, the owner. What's his name again?
Ziggy Wilf.
The owner of the Vikings. The guy with the exercise equipment.
Yes.
Oh, Dick Enrico?
Dick Enrico.
It is Ziggy Wilf.
Yeah, Dick Enrico.
Ziggy's a minority owner. That's right. Yeah.
Players and coaches, I bet, have no say in it. Well, I guess where I'm going with this is I've read a few articles, and the players are no longer having to play the yay, we can't wait to go to Ireland bit. They're saying they were tired, it was stupid,
Yeah,
and who wouldn't say
especially going from Dublin and then to London, that's doing way too much.
First of all, the Vikings organization, I don't think, has ever done this before, so they probably didn't know what it was going to be like to stay there for the entire 10 days or whatever. And so it's not surprising that they are speaking out about, how difficult it was to do that. But I don't know if you'll see another NFL team do what they did, and that's stay there for over a week and play 2 games overseas. That just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I know somebody that had a lot of fun. Jordan Addison. He was having a blast.
Yeah,
He can't wait to go back.
He was
missing
practices.
Was he really hanging out with the rap? Was that true?
In London, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was just like a bit or if that was true.
I don't think so because he didn't play the first quarter of the game. He was.
Well, I knew he missed a
disciplined.
walkthrough, but I didn't know if that hanging out with a rapper thing was true or not. That's funny.
So anyway, I mean, who could blame the boys for venting a little bit
Yes.
now after that miserable? I mean, the NFL's got their heads so far up their ass. And we're going to play a game in Mazatlan. We're going to play a game in Tokyo. We're going to go to Mars. I mean, get over yourselves, for Christ's sake. Josh, a listener texted in and wants to know if this stripper you fell in love with at King of Diamonds 30 years ago, was her name Mercedes?
Boy, I don't remember. We were pretty drunk that night. What were we doing? Were we at Jersey's, actually?
We were at Jersey's.
So that's funny. Yeah. That's kind of the natural progression. You start there and you end up at KOD.
We had dates.
Oh, that was that night.
And our dates went home and we went to the boom boom.
That's right. Okay. That's probably the top 10 most I've ever been drunk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Were we seeing that Metallica tribute?
Boy, you made a jag-off out of yourself.
I know. There's a few drunken moments. I think there's a couple. Mermaid has a couple moments for me, but certainly that King of Diamonds, that was stupid. Really stupid.
Were we watching a Metallica tribute band? That sounds right.
I think we were.
I think they were called One.
Yeah, One.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're still playing. Very talented.
They were very
They'd
good.
probably be 70 now.
Yeah.
So's Metallica.
Right. Here's a silly little Vikings trivia question for you, Randy Shaver. It was something that came up on a website yesterday. They were talking about NFL Rookies of the Year. Is there a guy that comes to mind this season? I wouldn't know these things.
Rookies of the Year?
Yes.
I think you could say, the kid in Cleveland, the running back, the kid in Vegas, the running back, Genty and Judkins. You certainly could say maybe Jackson Dart. It depends on how the Giants end up.
All right.
I mean, but those guys, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but those guys kind of stand out right now.
Genty and some other guy.
I should say the receiver at Tampa Bay. That's the guy.
Okay.
Igbuka.
Big Buka?
Emeka Igbuka from Ohio State.
Gesundheit.
The receiver for Tampa Bay. He's having a monster rookie year.
That was the name of the stripper. Emeka Mamuka.
Emeka
Mamuka.
Name the 6 Minnesota Vikings that have won Rookie of the effing Year. Now, here's a hint. They all played on the offensive side of the ball. We start in 1963, a wide receiver. Go! This is the toughest one on the list by far. 1963, wide receiver.
Have you heard of this gentleman before?
Oh, of course,
Oh,
yes.
is he pretty... I'd never heard of him.
Yeah.
Gosh,
You're going to kick yourself in the bag.
Probably, but I'm going to say...
Yes? 1963, wide receiver.
I think
his name sort of rhymes. It almost sort of rhymes. The first syllable of his first and last name rhyme. I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Pat Flatley.
Oh, sure.
Oh, this says Paul. Did they have it wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Paul Flatley.
I know.
He was former Gopher.
I know it's Paul Flatley. I said it out.
Commentator.
I said that. Thank you. A running back from 1973.
It's got to be Chuck Foreman.
A wide receiver from 1976.
Ahmad Rashad. No. Sammy White? Thank you.
A wide receiver from...
Thank you.
I'm guessing, sorry.
A wide receiver from 1998.
Oh, Randy Moss.
A running back from 2007.
Adrian Peterson.
And a wide receiver from 2009.
Percy Harvin.
There you go.
Very good.
Pat Flatley played hockey. Paul Flatley played football.
Yeah, Paul Flatley. Paul Flatley was a very, very nice man. He was a fantastic receiver for his time.
I remember you telling us a story or two of interactions you had with Paul Flatley.
Well, he worked with the former Gopher announcer that we share stories about.
Ray Christensen?
Ray Christensen. They worked the Gopher games together.
Yeah.
So Paul was his partner in the booth for many, many years.
Great. Now I'm crying.
Yeah, for many years I want to say in the 80s and probably mid to mid 90s. Yeah.
Speaking of Ray Christensen and Paul Flatley calling Golden Gopher football games, that brings back terrific memories.
And the beauty, and we've said this before, and the beauty was you didn't have to listen to the game at all. All you had to do was at some point during the 3 hours, turn the radio on and just listen for about 30 seconds. And they don't have to give you the score. You know if they're winning by the tone of their voice. Because Ray was either very hyped or very down.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to even know the score to know that they were
He
winning
took
or
it
losing.
personally.
It's kind of like
they were so good together.
if you're listening to the radio for the Vikings, remember Greg Coleman would do that all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. He kind of seemed like there was a death in the family if there was a Vikings loss.
He's a nice guy. He's
awesome.
He's a very nice guy, but it was difficult to listen to the post-game show when they would lose and they'd go to Greg in the locker room and he acted like he just witnessed a school bus full of children going off the side of a cliff.
Yeah, it's just like what Randy said, where you didn't even have to know anything about the game. You turn it on. If you hear him doing an interview, you can tell
I
what
mean,
happened.
come on, cheer up. It's a friggin' game. Did you just lose to Cleveland by 3, or did a school bus full of children go off the side of a cliff? Yeah, thanks for turning it over to me, guys. Yeah, I'm in the locker room right now, and I'm gonna try to get a word from head coach Dennis Green, but I don't know. It's just here's something we didn't cover. A lot of folks were talking about it. The Arizona Cardinals head coach, a kid by the name of Jonathan Gannon, has been fined $100,000 for his sideline behavior in that nightmarish ending to the Arizona Cardinals game a couple days ago. He was very, very pissed off, this head coach, John Gannon, at his running back, Amari Demercado, the one who
dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball before he crossed the goal line.
Right.
Total disaster, total nightmare. So Gannon approaches this kid, this running back on the sideline, screaming in his face, and he kind of he smacked him a little bit on his arm or his chest or something. The coach smacked him. He was fined for that. He came forward yesterday, this Gannon, the head coach, and apologized for his behavior, apologized to the kid himself, Amari Demercado. So that was like a big thing.
You would never see that 30 years ago. The apology part.
Oh, yeah, the apology.
You would never see that. And actually, I can't think of another recent incident where a coach apologized for being upset with his players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a different vibe now.
It's kind of a different vibe, yeah.
Somebody said on Twitter that Mike Zimmer would have been broke.
Oh.
From the way he
for sure.
would beat up on Cousins, too.
Oh, did he smack Cousins?
I watched a couple videos of him, like, grabbing him and, like, pushing him away.
Here's the thing, though. If this was a high school coach in a high school situation, totally understand all that. But now with college players getting paid the way they're getting paid, like professionals, and professional athletes, I'm still surprised in this day that they would find the coach and make him apologize,
right?
Because these guys are getting paid. They get paid to be great players and do the right thing. And so, yeah.
Hell, I got smacked.
Surprising.
I got smacked playing youth football and youth hockey growing up. My 10th grade coach broke his clipboard over my head.
Sweet.
I came back to the bench after
and you're still alive. You're fine.
Oh, no, yeah, I made it. I mean, this was a long time ago. I came back to the bench after a shift, and I was simply expressing to my teammates how much I thought they sucked. True story. That is exactly what I was doing. Yeah. I was telling my entire team that they sucked.
We know what that's like.
Yeah.
We've seen and heard that.
Seriously.
Should we invite them to the meetings? Can we look them up?
Oh, no.
And the coach broke his clipboard over my helmeted head. I mean, it hurt. My ears rang for 2 days. And still to this day, I wish I would have stood up, turned around, and knocked his bitch ass out. Right there on the bench, because he was a terrible coach and he was a total bitch.
Did you say how old you were?
16, 10th grade.
Okay.
It's one of my great regrets in life. I wish I would have attacked him right there on the bench. I really do.
That's one of my great regrets in life.
It is. I still think about it. I do. Not often, but every once in a while it creeps into my mind. I think, you punk, why didn't you have the balls to turn around and knock your coach out right there on the bench?
You were loopy, and you just got hit in the head. I think you're...
That dude
Don't be too mad at yourself.
That dude sucked.
And there's still time.
I don't know if he's still around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's probably 70.
Former NFL quarterback Cam Newton just made his 9th baby.
I didn't know he had that many kids.
He's got babies. Well, sort of. 9 is a loose number, and I'll explain. But he says he's not done effing yet. He wants more babies. He says he doesn't believe in the concept of stepchildren. He raises all of his children equally, regardless of their biological ties. So here's what one of Randy's all-time favorite quarterbacks, Cam Newton, has to say. He said, I proudly have 9 children, 6 biologically through me. But what my biological kids get, everybody gets. I don't have no favorites. I'm raising kings and queens.
I bet they all got really cool hats.
His hat game was, as they used to say, on point.
Uh-huh. All right, you want names? There's nothing funnier than baby names these days. It's become such a gong show with the names. Everyone has to be so original. Okay, so here are, I think I have all of Cam Newton's children's names. Chosen, I've heard that before.
Oh, yeah, sure, I've heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
Camidas, well, that must be like a female Camidas. Cashmere, Caden, Sovereign Dior, of course, Shakira. You got to name a kid Shakira.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Caesar.
Oh, now, speaking of falling in love, you found love with Shakira for a little bit there.
Yeah.
A couple of her dances drove you nuts.
I had a Shakira poster on my wall in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the music videos, but Josh is right. He introduced me to this Shakira character. And
I remember you first saying, how does she do that? And then you fell in love.
Okay, so all of Cam Newton's babies, Chosen, Camidas, Cashmere, Caden, Sovereign, Dior, Shakira, Caesar, Jaden, and the latest baby is Clint. I'm kidding. He doesn't have a baby. That would make no sense for Clint.
That took a turn.
Yeah, I did. You didn't actually believe that, did you? He doesn't have a baby named Clint. Yesterday we mentioned that a Hulu television series has already been canceled before it even started. That series was scheduled to follow and cover Bill Belichick and his new career coaching the University of North Carolina football team. Everyone changed their minds on the project when they realized that Bill and his football team completely suck eggs.
I think I would have been more inclined to watch it after a crappy season than I would have if they went 10-3 or something.
Ah, good point. I didn't consider that.
It would be kind of fun to watch the train wreck happen behind the scenes.
True.
Big Bang Jesus texted in. He also wishes he would have kicked his high school coach's ass. Said, same thing happened to me in high school. Every once in a while, I catch myself daydreaming about beating that prick up right on the 50-yard line. Whatever yard line. It doesn't have to be at midfield. I mean,
still kick his ass.
That's showing off at midfield.
Yeah, that's maybe.
It's disrespectful.
That's grandstanding. Okay, so the latest on the whole Bill Belichick mess is that the University of North Carolina and Bill are already discussing what they call here an exit strategy. Meaning
Are they really?
They might even gas the operation before this season is over. Some believe maybe even before their next game.
Oh, God, I want that to happen
come
so
on.
That's just what people are saying, that they're going to gas the operation maybe sooner than you think.
Wow.
So,
How embarrassing
very
is that?
embarrassing.
Oh.
Other than it being obvious that Bill Belichick has zero idea what he's doing, there's also been some talk of NCAA rules violations. What an incredible and beautiful disaster.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Right. Earlier this week, an assistant coach was reportedly suspended for providing extra benefits to player families. Several players were found to be selling their complimentary tickets that they received. Word is there have been many other violations that have occurred on the recruiting front. But here's where business picks up. And you've got to bear with me. I've hated this effing phony for so many years. You got to allow me to have fun with this. One coach was quoted as saying, a coach that works for Bill Belichick, University of North Carolina. One coach was quoted saying, "What we've done to these kids is effed up." Another coach described Bill Belichick as weird and distant. They can't even get a hold of him on the telephone line, they say. He doesn't answer telephone calls from his assistant coaches. What we're doing, what we've done to these kids is effed up. Whatever that means, I don't know. But this is a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, I bet that transfer portal is going to be pretty packed over in Chapel Hill.
A lot of fun for me, Randy Shaver, especially on this holiday. This is a holiday. The Yankees lost last night, so today is a holiday.
I would say that part of that discussion is just college football in general, in what have we done to these players in having this NIL just completely be out of control, where the transfer portal is just bananas every year, and kids are never they're not learning anything about, trying to get through tough parts of their life because they're always leaving for the next paycheck. So I'm sure that's part of it too.
Oh, boy. Victor Wembanyama? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Of the San Antonio.
Wembanyama?
Yeah. Of the San Antonio Spurs. He's been growing taller in the offseason. The word is he's gone from 7'3" to around 7'5" skis.
This is crazy.
Wow. Now, if he could just stay healthy for a whole year.
Yeah, last year he had to shut things down because of some
kind of...
Well,
the last 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was a rookie last year. They had to shut him down last year because of some wacky blood clot issue. Apparently that's all over with. He's good to go.
Wembanyama?
Oh. So now he's up to 7'5", Ington. Not the tallest player ever. Randy Shaver, Neil, the answer. Who's the tallest player ever?
Manute Bol?
Yeah. Manute is tied with one other player for tallest ever at 7'7". I'll give you a hint. At one point,
Bradley.
Sean
Bradley?
Not Sean. He was 7'6", according to
okay.
Sean Bradley had no idea how to play professional basketball. The guy that Manute Bol is tied with at 7'7", from that same era, the Sean Bradley era, 90s. What am I saying? There never was a Sean Bradley era. That was stupid. From the 90s, he was in a movie. They put him in a movie. He and Billy Crystal were in a movie together.
Forgetted Paris or something like that?
I have no idea the name of the movie.
Oh, no. That was a different Billy Crystal movie.
Wompity bumpity boom. George Marasan.
George Marasan, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My Giant, it was called.
Oh. Taco Fall, he didn't spend much time in the National Basketball Association. He was 7'6". Yao Ming, 7'6". Sean Bradley, 7'6". And Wembanyama at 7'5".
I didn't know you still grew at past 20.
Well, he's only he's 21. He's barely 20.
Some guys and gals do, yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
That is a little crazy. And before we go, you want to check out how the other half lives real quick? Here we go again. The headline, NBA legend Tony Parker. It's not working, Randy Shaver. I keep telling folks to stop using
the
legend.
Word legend, yeah.
They're not listening. Former NBA player Tony Parker. Tony Parker won a couple, 3 championships.
Not a legend.
But he's not a legend. The legend from that team was Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Not a legend.
All right. Tony Parker, he's selling his house in Texas. He wants $20 million in trade.
What?
Not only does his house have its own barber shop, it also features what the story calls one of America's largest private water parks.
That
So
is
cool.
so sweet. Oh, I wish I had $20 million.
His property features one of America's largest private water parks. He's got some of those speed slides. He's got a lazy river, waterfalls, grottos. Hell, Josh, if you think I'd pee in your pool, which I would do, imagine what I'd do if I had my own pool.
This thing looks so sweet.
Yeah, this isn't a pool. I mean, this like Disney could sell tickets to this thing.
I'm so jealous. This just pissed me off.
Well, you got to be an NBA legend. That's how you get something
only
like
the
that.
legends.
Waterfalls. It looks like there's like a little obstacle course.
Legends only, Ashley. We're not done, Randy Shaver, at Tony Parker's house. He's got other things there. There is a tennis court, a sand volleyball court, a gym, a basketballs court, an arcade, a locker room, a fruit orchard, a garden, a private tortoise habitat. Josh, do you like tortoises?
Do I like turtles? Well, I like turtles.
I like turtles.
So you got to take care of turtles if you buy the house.
This is funny. 715 Vikings fan Jesus. I think he's referring to the water park. Finally, a rich guy who spends his money wisely. That's what he's got going on.
Does he have to keep people employed at the barber shop? I can't get over that.
Yeah. I imagine there were many mornings where he walked in there for a haircut and there was no one at the barber shop.
Or do they just sit there all day and like wait for him to come in once a month or something?
Or he walks in there, oh, sorry, it's going to be about a 30-minute wait, sir.
That would be hilarious.
God, I wish I would have knocked out my 10th grade hockey coach. Here's a text from Nibbles and Bites Jesus, who said, after a hockey game where we lost badly, I was in 7th grade, he says, I had to piss something terrible. After the game, I had to piss. I ran into the bathroom. Our coach stopped his post-game bitching and followed me into the bathroom to berate me for leaving the locker room. My biggest regret is not turning around and peeing on his leg. Yeah, peeing on his leg. All right, Randy Shaver, tomorrow's our final. We'll have a lot of time to talk. Andrew DePaula's on a bye week. We're not going to bother Depot.
He's busy making bagels.
Yeah, with no Vikings game, no Purple Pick'em, so we'll have plenty of time to share more stories, Randy.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm
What?
sure Brad will be here. Brad will be fully loaded.
Actually, Brad can't make it. He's got some work thing, unfortunately.
Oh, BS.
Well, that gives us even more time
That's
to
right.
tell the details of what Josh told that stripper at King of Diamond.
I cannot wait
In
to
great
find out.
detail.
I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
We'll talk to you tomorrow, Randy.
See you.
We'll be back here in a few minutes. Go ahead.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Searching for an inside look at the people, stories, and passion that fuel the state of soccer in America?
Who's going to be the key man for the U.S. men's national team?
First and foremost, they need to win.
There's something so fun about being the underdog.
You're playing with house money almost.
But what does this success mean for the future of U.S. soccer?
Ooh, you're getting deep now.
This is where soccer will come to life.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The half-assed morning show.
Minnesota's 93X!
Yeah. You got it. You got the right channel, the 93X half-assed morning show, even if it was just accidental. We appreciate it very much. Welcome back to the show. Earlier, we got to talking about drinking. We did. Specifically, the story that grabbed us, a bar in Fort Lauderdale, stupid Florida. They live streamed their bar all day long and all damn night. If you're like Cubby over there and you just don't like going out, you can just sit at home, rod in hand, and watch whatever the hell plays itself out at this here Roadhouse. Hell of a deal. 24/7 live streaming of whatever the hell's going on at the bar. They got one camera pointed at the band. What do they call where they put a band? The stage. They got one camera pointed at the stage, one at the bar, one in the bathrooms, one on the patio, one at the... So that's the thing. And that brings me over this way now. Something I was reading about bar-related. The subject, what's a random skill you wish you possessed? And the bar-related material that I thought would fit here nicely. What's a random skill you wish you possessed? Flair bartending like in the movie Cocktail.
I'd love to know how to do that. We were just talking yesterday about like some of the schools we wanted to go to, and bartending school was one of them, Minnesota School of Bartending. Because I did want to learn how to do all that. Be a mixologist, as they call it.
Come on, you didn't want to flip the bottles
around.
around.
Heck yeah. Start things on fire, flip it around, behind my back, front of my back, all that kind of stuff.
I always thought, the reason I bring it up, I wanted to know if anyone agreed with me. Did anyone else think that was just the silliest, the most obnoxious damn thing in the world at the time? The flipping around the bottles, bartender? You thought it was...
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
What?
Never seen it.
Do you like juggling?
Yeah, it came and went before you were legal. Huh?
Well, what if you see a clown juggling, like on a unicycle? You appreciate that?
No.
Oh, I know you don't like clowns, Ashley. I shouldn't.
Well, I wasn't, Josh, until you said unicycle.
That's a talent. That's true.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you guys would bond with me by hating flair bartending, but it sounds like you two goofballs wanted to put on some kind of a silly show.
Well, if I saw it right now, I might be like, I was kind of just hoping to go sit back down with my friends, but whenever you're done with those drinks, that's cool.
Yeah, that would irritate the heck out of me.
All I need you to do is just tip that vodka bottle over into my glass and then tip that bottle of Sprite or I don't know what alcohol people do.
Yeah, vodka Sprite.
You don't need to flip it up in the air. You don't need to spin around. You don't need to put one arm behind your back.
I see that now. I definitely would think it was annoying now, but back then I thought it was awesome.
Josh, you're right about just wanting your drink, because I haven't seen the Flair bartending, but occasionally I've been dragged to some of those like fancier cocktail bars, where they make the craft cocktails, and it just takes forever because they're taking a slice of orange and rubbing it around the rim. They're smoking the ice cube so it gets a smoky flavor. It's like, just put some booze in the glass and give it to me.
And don't get me wrong. I've said it, we've said it a million times. Nothing but love and respect for your bartenders. My God, I have no idea how you people do that for a living. I wouldn't last 20 minutes before I would snap at some drunk jagoff who wants to run his yap. I love bartenders, waiters, waitresses, whatever, service industry. You don't need to put on some kind of a wacky show. I personally hated that trend because you did see it everywhere for about 6-8 months. Then there was this guy. Did you ever have this guy where this happened to me once or twice? What can I get you, Mac? It's what bartenders used to say. They don't really say that anymore. What can I get you, he says. I said, Budweiser. He goes behind the bar. He does a little bit of this or that. He pushes a glass full of beer in front of me, and he says, why don't you try this? It's like a Budweiser.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Where they want to push whatever, their craft beer. They want to try to turn you. And I have to say, no offense, but I thought I ordered a Budweiser. Did you not understand the word?
That's such a waste of product.
You never had the bartender kind of push their, well, this is better than what you just ordered.
No. Thankfully, no. That would have annoyed the crap out of me.
So there you go. Flair bartending ended up on this. Woo. In this story of random skills you wish you possessed. What was that woo over? Woo! Oh, Flair, but Jesus. How did I not recognize that? Some of these other skills that people wish they possessed. Ooh, freestyle rapping.
That'd be pretty cool, too.
Yeah. I always wish that I could do that when I was younger.
I've tried it a few times.
Did you guys watch the most recent Family Guy, the Halloween episode?
Never saw it.
Uh-huh. You guys watched it?
Yeah, they're making the Halloween song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Stewie said it correctly. I mean, especially back in the day, how you write a rap song is you say your name and establish what you're there to do.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Josh, and I'm here to say.
Oh God, that was
the recipe.
That was the recipe for the first 2 years where rap was mainstream. Absolutely. So Stewie rapped for everyone on the show?
Yeah, he began rapping a little bit because they're trying to come up with a new Halloween song.
Oh, you're right, and Stewie's right. It was kind of interesting.
Introduce yourself and then explain why you're there.
It was always, my name is blank, and I'm here to say. There was always that. I don't know why they felt the need to.
And then do heroin.
I used to work with a guy who was a very successful freestyle rapper, like won competitions and stuff. Even when he lived out in New York, out there, he was that good. And he would come in at around this time, right when the show was over, and he would wrap up the show first. He'd say, "What'd you guys talk about today?" And we're like, "Well, Josh fell in love with a stripper. Bill Belichick's going to get fired." And we'd list off 5 topics, and he kind of jotted down. He goes, "All right, yeah, hit the beat." And then he would wrap up the show. It was very cool.
He did this on air?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Freestyle.
If it was off of air, I would be irritated.
Shoot.
Yeah, I wish I could freestyle rap.
Yeah,
with,
that is a cool skill.
Yeah,
don't you think?
It is.
When we had John Cena in when he was the professor of thugonomics.
He was, at that time, he was the professor of thugonomics.
And we put him on the spot. He would do these improv raps. And we put him on the spot, and he dominated.
He had great skills.
Oh, he was so good.
That's awesome.
He was awesome. I wish we still had tapes back that far.
We did kind of set him up a couple of times, but he did very well. If I remember correctly, we said, okay, you're such a great freestyle rapper. We can name any subject, and you can take it from there. And he said, yeah. So he said, okay, the Minnesota Twins. And he nailed it and even made a reference to Kirby Puckett.
Yeah, he was great.
Along the way.
Girl X Jesus wished she possessed the ability to not care what people think.
Sure.
All right, everybody judge her.
I bet you wish you had that.
About certain things I don't care, but there are other things that I do for sure.
Here's another random skill that people wished they had. Ooh. Flawless celebrity impressions. Josh, do your Sean Connery imitation where all you can basically say is, "Hi, I'm Sean Connery."
I don't know. I haven't done that in so long. I'm Sean Connery. Sean Connery. I remember the last time I even
That
tried
brings me back 30 years.
That's all I can do.
You've been doing your flawless Sean Connery imitation where all you can say is, "Hi, I'm Sean Connery," for 30 years. You know what else Josh has got nailed? Urkel. Go! One more time. I talked. There you go.
Beautiful.
That one is pretty flawless, Josh.
Martial arts is a skill set that some people wish they had.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
With the amount of hours I've spent watching the Karate Kid and then the Cobra Kai series, you'd think I would have picked something up just from repeated viewings, but no, I don't think I could lift my leg very high.
I can tell you what, in 1984, we were all doing the crane kick.
Yo,
That's for sure.
I bet.
I love martial arts.
Me too.
You wish you had this skill right here, Ashley. Watch this. Papa!
Oh, which one of y'all kicked me?
I love watching martial arts. I wish I was a martial artist.
I inadvertently took the doctorate away from John Cena. You're right. He was a doctor of thugonomics back in school. I said professor.
Oh, right. Doctor.
You're right. He had a doctorate.
Doctorate in thugonomics. That character was great. It really was.
Yeah.
And he's never gone back to that character.
No, he's got a couple more matches left. I think 3 more matches left on the
get him out of
tour,
here.
And I kind of hope he brings it back for one match.
It's
That'd be
too
a lot of
late
fun.
now. It's too
late.
late.
Is he still a heel?
No, he went back to being a good guy.
Did he?
Yeah, that whole thing flopped.
Oh, he did? Yeah, right. Not that long ago, he did turn heel very quickly. It didn't last. It flopped.
Well, so it happened. He turned heel at the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and The Rock was a big part of the storyline. Then The Rock decided he didn't want to be a part of it anymore, so it didn't go anywhere. It was just,
like in real life he didn't, or the part of the storyline?
no, in real life.
Okay.
He no-showed WrestleMania and didn't want to have anything to do with it. I think he was jealous of the fact that everybody's focusing on Cena and not that The Rock turned Cena heel, Rock made him a bad guy.
He's had 1,000 opportunities to again become the doctor of thugonomics, and I'm sure it wasn't his choice. He was selling T-shirts to all the 6-year-olds and whatnot.
And 40-year-olds.
Let's see here. What are some other skill sets that people wish they had? Hi, I'm Sean Connery. A sense of direction.
Oh,
I struggle with that terribly.
I do pretty well there.
Oh, I have zero sense of direction. I don't know what ass end is up.
I wish I could sing. I wish I could cook. I wish I could do anything handy around the house. I mean, there's a couple little things I can do, but I wish I could, like, build a shed on my own or something.
How are you with arithmetic?
Not very good.
That may be my weakest skill set. That's where I'm at the bottom of the barrel.
I think I'm pretty decent from serving and bartending, having to do quick math.
But you don't need to do quick math when you are a pop martial artist. Sa-sa! I wish. I know a lot of our listeners believe that I am a skilled martial artist. I actually am not.
Well, you did have a ninja in your neighborhood growing up.
Dude, stop. I can't. I don't have it in me to laugh that hard.
You know what? He never made it to the reunion last weekend.
He didn't?
No. The dude who lived in
I bet he was there.
Yeah, he was hiding.
He wasn't there.
He was
After all these years, he would have presented himself.
How good are you at intuition? Are you decent at intuition?
I love this joke, but didn't we just tell it like a week ago?
Yeah, that was still fun.
Intuition.
Yeah, how are you at it?
I don't believe in it.
You don't?
Don't believe in it. But I have the funniest feeling that someday I will.
It's still a good joke.
Remembering people's names is a skill set that a lot of folks wish they could get a hold of.
Terrible at that.
It's a 50-50 shot for me. But I think overall, from what I'm reading here, I'll go for the martial arts. Yeah. Oh, my word! I'd like to have a better sense of direction so I would know who I am kicking,
Oh, that's smart, yes.
So I would know what direction to kick. Oh, and I do. I want to be a freestyle rapper.
Yeah. What about more anxiety than hair Jesus? Speaking any other language?
Oh,
yeah, that would be cool.
Man.
I took French for 4 years, and I can't say anything other than, like, bonjour, je m'appelle Ashley.
Hello, go to bed, Ashley.
My name is.
Speaking another language, Cubby, that would be great. Imagine the chicks you would get on vacation.
Oh, man. No kidding.
When we used to go to those terrible tropical islands years ago, there was always someone there from French or from Spain or from, if we could have just dumped their native language on them, we would have, I think, been a big hit.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
All right, there you go. We're wrapping it up here fairly shortly on the 93X Half-assed morning show. One more final tomorrow. Thursday today. We got one more final tomorrow. I think I'm about to get drunk.
You're going to get drunk tonight,
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe like Thursday night football or got an event that's...
I likely won't watch much of Thursday night football despite my favorite football team playing, the Philadelphia Eagles. No, there's no event. I think just all this talk about bars today, all this talk about drinking and such, I think I've committed myself to getting drunk tonight and high.
When's the last time you ever got drunk?
The last time I ever got drunk?
Yeah.
Well, I think
I
I was...
phrased that strangely, but the most recent time you've been drunk.
Well, I think Saturday night at my 35th, high school reunion.
Oh, you think you got drunk,
Yeah,
actually?
I was drunk, yeah. But I'm talking about real drunk and high.
When's the last time you got high?
35th high school reunion.
Wow. Did a lot.
Everybody
Crazy
was.
night.
No, I can't remember the last time I put a joint stick in my mouth, and I'm coming nowhere near the stuff. Josh, this is kind of out of nowhere, but I wanted to make you aware, let you know of something that happened to me yesterday. Do you know how I know that I'm turning into a little bitch?
How?
Other than the fact that I recently established that I'm not a deadly martial artist, nor can I freestyle rap, and I have no sense of direction. But you know how else I know that I'm turning into a little bitch?
How's that?
I had a difficult time keeping my emotions in check yesterday while watching video of Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden singing our national anthem at the Los Angeles Kings home opener.
Dude, there's no reason you should feel like a little bitch.
And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Oh, and he nails this.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Come on.
We've really patched things up with England, haven't we?
Patched things up with England.
We're cool with the British now and vice versa.
He's pretty much the only cool Englishman that's ever lived. Yeah, yesterday, just for fun, I clicked on the video, and I stood there just mesmerized and found myself getting halfway choked up watching Bruce.
Don't blame you. He's making the tour, man.
That dude's voice, yeah, that's what he's
been doing that, like national anthems.
And he was here last week, and the radio station didn't even know about it. What's happened to this radio station? A friend of mine sent me a video. He's at a Bruce Dickinson concert here in town a week ago, and he says, hey, are you here? And I said, well, where is that? And he said, right here at the Thisy That Club, whatever, somewhere here. And Bruce Dickinson was here. We didn't even know about it. That's embarrassing.
Did you get mad at this friend?
No, it wasn't his fault. He thought I was aware of it.
Oh, it's kind of weird because sometimes there could be like a Britney Spears video that somebody doesn't tell you about. And you might get, or a Miley Cyrus video, excuse me. You might get mad at that person for not telling you when they assumed you knew. Same situation. Interesting. I find that very fascinating.
I can't help but say, I can't help but admit that you got me there. No, I did not get mad at this Bruce Dickinson concert friend, but yeah, years ago.
The Wrecking Ball video.
I didn't know anything about this Miley Cyrus character, and Josh shows me this video where she's naked, and I snapped at him for not telling me the second this video was released to the public. I snapped at you.
I think that's the only time you've ever really been mad at me.
Oh, there was the other time. The other time I got mad at you was when you didn't tell me that I had a Cliffy.
I didn't notice. I'm not super observant. I would have told you.
What?
I had a bug hanging.
Oh, yuck.
And we had a whole morning show with guests and everything. And then I went into the bathroom, I looked in the mirror, and I saw this bug hanging.
Gross.
And I came back to Josh, and I said, for Christ's sake, I thought we were friends. And next time I have a bug hanging, you tell me immediately.
Oh, I thought of another offense. Again, this is just me not being attentive. You had your fly down, and you got mad at me for not telling you had the fly down once. But I didn't notice that either.
Was that when I was trolling at a funeral?
No, that was here in the building.
One time I was trolling at a funeral.
Oh, no.
I didn't realize it. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, just Bruce Dickinson's voice in general. And then there he is singing our national anthem.
Yeah.
Did you see well, you saw the video. There was a shot from behind Bruce Dickinson as he's singing the national anthem to show that he had his own L.A. Kings jersey that said Dickinson, of course, on the back. And so the shot was from behind him, so you see Bruce's back and the cameraman pointing the camera at him. Did you notice that the cameraman had an expression on his face as if he was thinking, oh my God, I'm 4 feet away from Bruce Dickinson?
I'd have that same face.
Yeah, so there you go. That's another reason why I'm turning into a little bitch.
You're maturing. That's all that is. That's all that is.
Thank you for saying it that way, too. Maturing.
Actually, you know how I know you're changing? Because off air we were laughing at the commercial where they say, burying my poo-poos and my pee-pees.
So
you never would have laughed at that before, but the way the guy delivers that, I don't even know what it's for, but the way the guy delivers that line could not have been delivered better.
I also don't, is it a cat litter?
Is that what it is? Okay.
You're right. Normally I wouldn't find that terribly funny, but whoever read that ad deserves some kind of an advertisement award, like you have deserved for many, many years. You have deserved advertisement awards for the guy nailed that line so perfectly about is he supposed to be speaking as the cat?
I think so, yeah.
Anyway.
Bury my poo-poos and my pee-pees.
Poo-poos and pee-pees.
And he says it perfectly.
You're exactly right, he does.
So very good. Happy birthday to Maintenance Messiah from Giant Firefighter Jesus. Good luck on hopefully getting a new job today, Chris. Dana, where are you going to be this weekend or tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to be at Jersey's in Inver Grove Heights for the Man Bear Pigs opener, 7 to 9. Hang out with the Coors Light folks. They're going to have a bunch of swag to give away, and we'll also get somebody into a wild game in our 93X suite. It's going to be a great time.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.